Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Superstar PartyPlex game. My name is Zen, and I am your DM for today. And the players joining me are, from top to bottom,
MJ, and I will be playing the Harlequinette.
Hi, I'm Doll. I'm gonna be playing Jackie. Doesn't matter how you spell it, it's right.
I'm Tired Penguin. You can call me Pengu because that's my name. I'm playing the Angry Birdman Kestrel.
Hi, I'm Sim. I will be playing Elijah Mallory, the world's most sad being alive.
The wet cat.
what an assortment of people. So what's going on at the Partyplex today is it's a pretty quiet day for the Partyplex. It's a weekday. Kids are at school. Not as many visitors as usual. And early this morning, right around opening time, there were a series of large, mysterious packages brought into the Partyplex, and then into the arcade, and then into the prize corner room, which is Harlequinette's room. Sorry, Harlequinette, you're getting some new furniture of a sort installed. Uh, so Harlequinette would definitely see that what is being brought into the building is a a fairly sizable machine that gets set up and assembled and then left in the prize corner back room.
Just imagine Harlequinette looking into the back room and this machine is taking up at least a quarter of it. And they're just frowning because that's their bedroom.
I think it's like the size of now I'm trying to figure out how big it is because I feel like it's maybe
This
like
is my house.
oven sized, but smaller than a car, a little larger than an oven, somewhere in that range.
I
Looks like a
Maybe
imagine
ink
refrigerator
machine.
size?
Refrigerators, yeah, refrigerator size fits.
Nice.
that Eli would have some knowledge of this machine, given that they are kind of in charge of the finances of the thing. So at least they would be aware that the company spent money on this.
Yeah, they saw the outgoing payments of probably several hundred gold pieces for this machine, and that's quite a bit of money.
A sizable amount.
Hmm.
Kestrel as security guard, likely also catching this going in.
Yeah, that's not normal activity for the Partyplex for something to be delivered like that. So yeah,
I
supervising
feel
all
like
these
the
delivery
only way
people.
Jackie would know about it is if Quinn messaged her ranting about it.
I was picturing that too. Like Quinn looking
I
at
just
this huge machine taking up their bedroom, like, can you believe this shit? Except with no shit, without the word shit, because it can't swear.
You
H
see
just sends a
this
selfie.
buffoonery?
it's like they just send
Sends a
Jackie a
selfie.
picture and you see this and then just Grolix.
Ross is the one who types back the swear word for Quinn since Jackie can swear.
So, yeah, for game to continue, all of you
Yeah.
wind up in that prize corner back room to look at the machine for whatever reason you have.
Eli is admiring this machine. They look visibly excited and they're like, ooh. Quick question. Would Eli know exactly what this machine is?
I think. Hmm. He would know it's for toy production.
Alright. That's basically all I
And
was.
yeah,
Oh,
and I think
sorry.
Harlequinette has been told that as well.
Eli is
Otherwise,
like
it would have just been shoved into their room without any notice.
Eli is like
That's so
admiring
fun.
this machine. They're like, "Whoa, this will really cut down on the costs of having to export toy production outside of this company. My uh, my guess would be like a 30% increase in profit."
The numbers
It's
fella.
probably Harlequinette, who is just still kind of upset about it where it was placed. It's like, that's nice.
I think about it this
Kestrel
way.
has followed.
Think about it this way. You've got this whole baby to yourself. You could do whatever you need with it. And Eli is kind of like pats the top of the machine.
Harlequinette doesn't know how to respond to that, and instead just looks at Kestrel, who they saw entering the room.
Yeah, he has followed the boxes he won't admit it's mostly out of curiosity, but it's mostly out of curiosity. He'll say it's mostly because it's his job to make sure that stuff coming into the place is safe. And Kestrel doesn't know this, but the last time boxes were dropped off mysteriously at the PartyPlex, we ended up with Harlequinette.
Yeah.
I think Jackie has arrived for moral support.
All standing around staring at this machine. Does anyone want to roll investigation?
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Investigation.
Eli is investigating so hard. Oh my gosh, wrong.
Oh,
fucking slide. I'm doing my
21.
best.
21.
Oh my
21.
god, why am I struggling?
Oh,
It's /R,
Oh, okay.
like the channel name.
It's right there in the channel name. I'm super smart, guys.
Pats you, pats you, pats you.
Ooh,
Oh,
Eli
Emma.
is not investigating anything.
No.
Eli's just still thinking
fella
about
does
the
not-
numbers.
Mhm,
Head empty,
the
only
numbers
numbers.
nerd.
mhm. Eli is like physically looking at the machine, but mentally running spreadsheets in his mind. Everyone else will see that there is a little paper packet sort of on the floor beside the machine that is the instruction manual and like owner's manual, all that sort of thing. It's
I
a
think
rather thick
I think
booklet.
I think Jackie will pick it up.
Yeah, it's like pretty sizable. There's like dozens of pages all split into like increasingly more specific subsections with a lot of technical language and diagrams. But apparently if you just do a quick flip through it, apparently this machine has like several functions. So at least it seems the PartyPlex is getting their money's worth out of this machine. And then with dual 21s, Kestrel and Harlequinette, we'll notice that although this machine was just brought in and assembled this morning, it looks like maybe the people assembling it didn't do the best job or something. A couple of the screws look loose. There's a panel that's a little bit crooked and sort of rattling on the machine if you take a step too close to it. So it seems like maybe someone didn't do the best job putting this thing together.
I want you to imagine Harlequinette reaches out and like taps the rattly panel, and it's sort of like, what did they do? Get the staff bots to assemble it?
More likely
wouldn't
just
surprise
rushed
me.
work.
Eli, meanwhile, is also standing just very close to this machine. I imagine they kind of, when they pat the machine, a screw falls off and they're like, "Oh, I didn't do that."
I'm just imagining Jackie like fanning herself with a huge booklet. and just being like, so what do you guys say we give it a try?
I can't say I have exactly what you would call confidence in it, but
Hey, if
maybe
it
it's
breaks,
worth a try.
we can go tell them to fix it better this time.
I think you
Maybe-
guys have. I don't think you guys have enough faith in our high ups. I mean, I don't think they'd bring in a broken machine now, would they?
I don't think they would, but I
Astro
don't
gives
think it's
Eli
been
a look.
assembled correctly.
We need to give them incentive to assemble it in a better way because this is shoddy work.
Shoddy? I won't call it that. Meanwhile, Eli has no reference of like what is and isn't shoddy work on a machine.
I think Harlequinette just like uses mage hand to just pick up the little screw that Eli had caused to fall off and just sort of like levitates it in the air and says, I think this is evidence of shoddy work.
Things fall off machines all the time. Sometimes little strands of my own hair will fall out.
There's a lot to unpack there. Harlequinette just gives Eli the weirdest look and then just like kind of like puts the screw back in its
So
slot.
does Kestrel. So does Kestrel. Can Kestrel insight?
Yeah. It, it seems to Kestrel that Eli is just aging and might be balding a little bit.
That's Kestrel just gives Eli a look like, that's, that's, and then he just looks back at the machine.
Both
I think
Harlequinette
while
and
they're
Kestrel are
going
like,
through
nope,
all
not
this,
unpacking that today.
I think while these three are doing a bit, Jackie's been trying to set up the machine to start the process of making a toy. She
Yeah.
wants to
Thank you,
try.
Jackie.
And given that she has
Thank you,
the
Jackie.
instruction booklet, I think she can pretty easily like figure out how to plug this thing in and then where the switch is to turn it on. And from there, there's a pretty straightforward glowing green button on the side of the thing next to like a big chute where you could see where the toy is theoretically supposed to appear. So
Gotcha, Pie.
Well, while those three are like still distracted, she finishes setting up and just like gives them a look, sees they're not paying attention, shrugs, and then slaps that big green button.
Pull the lever, Kronk!
Jackie!
which
Jackie is the plot device today.
yeah, the machine starts making like a humming noise, and that loose panel starts rattling. And then I think there is a flash of green light, and well, it certainly did something. Does everyone want to roll perception?
Yay!
Absolutely.
Also, I just want you to know, I imagine it making like a little oven timer ding once
Yes!
it's done.
Eli!
Dirty 20 from Kestrel.
21.
Eli doesn't perceive!
Whoa! The dichotomy.
Oh,
Eli
poor fella.
with a 5. Probably still blinking the flash of light out of his eyes and doesn't notice anything else. Everyone
His ears
else
are ringing.
with a 20 and up will notice, like, as the light fades, the prize counter back room looks a lot bigger. This machine that you just messed with looks a lot bigger. And all of you yourselves feel a lot different as well. Because rather than producing a toy, it seems the machine has turned you into toys. And I will, in a second, set you free from description so you can describe your toy forms if you want. But since y'all all rolled so well, with the exception of Eli, you will also notice as the lights are fading, it looks like there's a strange shadow on the wall of the room for a moment, and you think you can hear someone snickering. But then you blink and it's gone, so maybe that's just an after effect of whatever just happened.
I just feel like Harlequinette's face right now is like that one Tails meme. You know the one?
Yeah.
Wide eyes and
So
gaping
is
mouth.
So is Kestrel.
Eli tries to rub like the light out of his eyes, but his arms just go shoof right over his head, and he's like, "What, guys? I think my arms are paralyzed."
I think Eli is turning to look directly at Kestrel and Harlequinette, who are obvious toys now.
Guys, I've been paralyzed.
I'm just
Yeah, do you guys want
again.
to
That's the
describe?
good of it.
Yes, absolutely want to describe.
Yes. Should we also post the images here? I mean, we've all
Yeah.
seen the images of our
Yeah.
toy forms, but
You should
Yeah,
post them
but-
here. I don't know if Doll scrolled up enough to see, but
I
it.
saw, but go ahead and share them.
Yeah.
Yippee.
should
Top
we
to
do
bottom?
The little E belt. That's so
Oh.
silly.
Top to bottom works, 'cause that puts Eli last, and Eli is gonna take a second to realize what's going on.
Yeah.
Where is their cute toy? There it is. So
The clown.
Harlequinette has lost their leg privileges. Now there's like, I think at the moment, since they just were toyified, they're kind of like sprawled out on the floor now, like with their like marionette control bar sort of on the floor near them. They've got strings connected to their their wrists, elbows, and sort of like the back of their head area. And now a cute little marionette toy with a little heart patch on their chest.
I can't get over how cute that is.
Adorable.
Yes. Family Guy death pose.
Wow.
I don't have a picture of Jackie to share because that was a last minute decision. So,
Yeah, you can
MJ,
just
do you want to help me describe her since you were gonna help make the design?
I mean, I want to make the design based off your description, so
Okay. Okay, well, Jackie kind of looks like a mix between a ball jointed doll and a slinky dog. And her clothes are a little different, so instead of the puffs being down at the bottoms of her limbs, they're up at the top. So she's got puffy shoulder sleeves and puffy shorts. And where the majority of her arms and legs would be is slinkies, and so is her stomach. And her face looks a little more like face painted, less like pure white with an eye and a thing, and more like there's little patterns and stuff on her face. It's just cute. And her clothes probably have a new pattern aside from just the black and white.
don't make this
And,
too complicated for me to draw, shaking you.
Okay, no patterns on the clothes. Normal black and white.
Excellent.
And
You can have your fun.
I think instead of the usual black and red eye, she has like full red eye with a white pupil, but it's like big, so it's all cutesy.
You'd see.
And she is looking around like with her mouth completely shut, and then she's gonna try and stand up and promptly slink all over the place and end up on the floor all stretched.
Slinked all over the place. And then like she stands up and it's like the slinky that connects her like torso to her hips just like falls forward, so she face plants despite her rear end being standing upright.
Yeah, exactly.
Go straight
So,
death pose.
yeah, the little bell bow attached to her makes a jingle when that happens.
Aw.
Aw.
And Kestrel is shorter and rounder. And he's a little like one of those little holdable plushies with a keychain clip at his head.
Show the picture.
And also
Nasty.
oh yes, picture. Crumb. Where's my boy? Where's the man? There's the man. There's the little fella. There he is. There he
He's
is.
so cute.
He is. He's round and cute. And also has a little tag tail, which you can't see, but he has a little tag tail.
Not the picture, but the
those-
most important part.
I can feel the texture on those cheeks.
Yeah. He has those little sewn on pink cheeks.
Eli, once he gets a grip on what's happening, realizes that he has been turned into essentially one of those wind-up tin soldiers. His entire body is basically made up of like a kind of hollowish metal. His arms and his legs are both very stiff now. He can't really move his elbows or knees, but he can still kind of grab things, kind of move them around a little bit. He can really only just move at like the shoulders and the hips. And his head can like turn and stuff. And on his back there is a large wind-up key jutting out to the point where it's kind of like pushed his hair out of the way. And he is like he tries to like take a step towards the others and promptly falls on his face. And he's like, "Ah!" Guys!
Harlequinette is just like glancing between everyone, and then like they look at their control bar, they squint at it real hard, they grab it, they fling it up in the air, and it seems to just decide to levitate there. And then they basically float upright and go over to the poor fallen toys. They've got like sort of like Raggedy Ann style mitten hands, so no opposable thumb privileges.
Well,
Well, they do have thumbs,
they have
but
thumbs, but no
they
other
have thumbs,
fingers.
but no opposable other fingers privileges. There you go.
Meanwhile, Eli is like thrashing about, like flopping around like a fish.
You're not going to help yourself
Yes.
doing that. Just hold on. I can pick you back up.
I don't know what's going on.
She can grab Eli and like heft him up like a claw machine. Okay, just stick your feet out straight so I can stand you back up.
Yeah, I think straight's the only way I can do it. Eli like kind of sticks their legs out. They look at themselves with like, "Oh God!"
Don't panic, but I think that toy machine was not functioning correctly.
Oh, I think it's
Jackie,
functioning too well.
Jackie, who
Kestrel is
has like
still-
her she has like the pose where one arm goes under her chin and the other's like up at the side of her head holding her head as she leans it into it, and she's just like, usually this only happens with big red buttons. That was a big green button.
Kestrel has been still just stay in place, still in that tail space, and Jackie says that, and he just turns to look at her. And he just his angry eyebrows are sewn in place, but oh, Jackie, you can tell he's trying to glare.
He's so angry.
He's just like, don't
He's
look at
very
me like that.
angry.
You got a better form than I did. Look at me.
Jackie,
And
you
she
just
like
need to
gestures
think
to the
tighter.
stretched
You're too
out.
loosey
Hey.
goosey.
That I couldn't understand any of that. So can we go back and each person talk one at a time, please?
Yeah.
Doll?
Jackie does say, "You've got a better form than me. Look at me," and gestures to her huge, stretched out tummy area.
Harlequinette, in response to that, is like, you're just thinking too loosey goosey. You need to think tighter, I guess.
Eli looks at the others and is like, at least you guys still have your joints. Look at me. And I imagine for emphasis, Eli kicks out their leg and then they fall over again.
Oh.
This time they just stay down, defeated.
Despair. Woe and despair.
Just everyone in various Family Guy death poses and whatnot. Except Harlequinette, who's the only one standing, and they don't even have legs to actually stand on. They're levitating.
Eli kind of like they manage to sort of like momentum themselves into a sitting position. And they're like, so what do we do now? I mean, I don't think either of us are tall enough to reach the button again unless Harlequinette. And they kind of look at Harlequinette and they're like, how far do you think you could levitate with that thing?
I could try to go back to the button, but I don't know if pressing it again would fix things. Jackie, did it have like a reverse setting or something?
Jackie like pushes her upper body up and is like, "I think the book's on top of the thing. I could check in the book, but you'd need to launch me. You could probably use me as a ladder if I get up there, right? Grappling hook, but slinky."
Maybe, hold on, I'll try to just float up. And then this brings up the question, what should be the range of their floating abilities?
I didn't think about this. I feel like they can float like a few feet off the floor, but maybe not to the top of the thing. But
Yeah, we
you
could
could
limit it at
probably
like 3 feet.
yeah, you could probably push some boxes together or something to be able to climb up or use them as a new basis of the ground that you can float a few feet above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or just do the yeet Jackie solution.
I don't think any of them are exactly capable of eating her. She's probably the heaviest toy at the moment.
No.
How I assume their physical stats have all changed a bit.
I mean, Eli might have a
Realistically,
chance, but
probably.
his arms are stiff, but that'd be perfect eating.
Wait. They could do it to where like Quinn holds Eli. Eli like holds him up so he stays right. Eli grabs Jackie, does the fling, and let's see if that works.
Wait, hold on, I had this funny idea. Okay, so what if Harlequinette grabbed Jackie's upper torso, and then went as high as they could to stretch her out, and then they like the other two held her bottom to like build up the like tension, and then they tried to like do like a rubber band snap with her to send her up.
Yes. Yes.
That's funny. Do that.
Yes!
Yes.
Rule of funny.
Yes.
Rule of funny!
Yeah, they can do that.
What did we roll for that?
You know, I'm not gonna make you roll for that because I don't know either, and I didn't anticipate you spending like terribly too much time on this part of it. So
Yeah. And
Oh.
as we said, rule of funny.
Mm-hmm.
The rule of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I assume they just enact that plan, and Jackie just goes flying.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
lands.
imagining during it. Imagine during it, Jackie just like has this strained look on her face, like, guys, careful, I don't want you to snap me.
Eli's just holding her legs. I was like, don't worry, I don't think my strength should fail me now. Assuming my grip doesn't fail me first.
Kestrel isn't trying to be mean, but also he is mad at Jackie. I don't think he cares too much.
Jackie just like panicking when she sees like one of the bands on her slinky go even slightly white, and
Alright.
she just gets launched.
Yeet.
Yeet. All the way up on top of this machine, with the booklet and the button. Wait, no, the button is on the side. Anyway, with the booklet, which you can look through or bring back down for the others to peruse as well.
I think she's gonna look over the side and shout, "Move away from the machine!"
Eli like scampers away.
Yeah.
Falls over. She gets back up. Runs like a Minecraft character.
Once everyone has evacuated the scene, she kind of figures out how the slinkiness of herself works, so she winds herself up, like puts her feet on the side of the booklet and like braces herself, and then as fast as she can stretches herself out so the booklet goes flying off the side.
And it like flips a couple times in midair before smacking to the floor.
I'm going to approach the booklet and see if I can find any like information on how to reverse anything.
Same Harlequinette's also
So-
going up to it. I'm just imagining they have to like work together to flip it open. Readable
Yeah.
position.
They might, yeah. It's a big booklet.
Like Harlequinette has page turning duty since they can kind of like float up and lift and.
Yeah.
Since Harlequinette has joints.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but I'm playing with a slinky right now, so it's making me imagine stuff with Jackie.
Oh, method acting. So yeah, as you flip through the book, maybe looking at the table of contents, you see that this machine has multiple settings. It's got create, upgrade, repair, and transform, which seems to be maybe what it was switched into, the mode it was switched to when you hit the button. And there is a section under, the transformation setting on how to reverse the effects. And it's pretty simple. You just open up the settings panel at the bottom of the machine and flip the switch, and then hit the button again.
Ooh. Eli immediately runs for the settings panel. He just
And you're in luck. That was the panel that was rattling earlier.
Yay!
So it won't
Did it
be
fall
hard
off?
to get into. It didn't fall off quite yet, but the screws are pretty loose.
I'm gonna try and like Eli like shoves their arms in between the panel and like the rest of the machine and just starts wiggling to try and get it loose.
Kestrel is gonna go to help after having a moment to be like, why is this a setting?
As Kestrel's just approaching and Eli's just aggressively vibrating like
Imagine Harlequinette uses Mage Hand again to help kind of try and push it open from afar.
it opens and
also-
Eli's like, yes!
trying to
Success!
help pull the screws out, but sure, yeah.
She was still at the top of the fridge. Everyone abandoned her.
She can get
Sorry, getting
herself
smaller
down
made
if she
everyone lose
needs
their
to.
brain cells.
But yeah, you get the
Kestrel
panel.
doesn't care.
You get the panel open, and there's a series of switches and settings, and you can see one switch has the machine turned to transform mode, and there's another switch for normal versus reverse effects that is switched to normal for right now.
I'm gonna hit that switch.
And it clicks, and now it's in reverse mode.
Yeah! Eli looks at the rest and is like, well, problem solved. This was a quick adventure.
Yeah, and luckily someone's up there that can reach the button.
Button on the side.
Yeah, Jackie's long. She can reach it.
Have to slink over the edge.
I imagine she gets her lower body secured and then launches her upper body forward, and then it swings down from the momentum enough to hit the button.
Yeah. And when Jackie hits the button, nothing happens.
Kestrel puts his head in his hands.
Eli's looking at the machine expectantly and it's like, how long is this supposed to take again?
You'd think it would be instantaneous.
Maybe it needs time to warm up.
Our time to cool down. We did just use it to transform. Why was it set on that? And they remember the shadow they saw. And then suddenly, anyone want to do an insight?
Sure.
Yes.
Jackie will do an insight while hanging slightly upside down.
What's your insight, sir? 1.
This is the game of Eli just being head empty.
I'm just
16.
too excited about the financial impact this machine will have.
The power of
the other
numbers.
two. You can see that Harlequinette has sort of the face of a school teacher that's disappointed, kind of wants to be angry, but at this point is not surprised. It's like someone is going to receive disciplinary action once they are no longer 6 inches tall.
Does Jackie get
Small.
anything extra with the higher roll?
Not really. You can just tell that Harlequinette's annoyed. Seems to have realized something.
Kestrel
And it's
looking up at HQ
frustrated
just
by it.
sorry. Kestrel looking up at HQ just like, yeah. Do you have anything to say? Do you know something? Just that kind of look.
Eli, still staring at the machine, leans over and he's like, I don't think it's working.
Yeah, I think. Oh, what was that, Zen?
I was just like, nope. But also I remember that Kestrel has seen a mysterious shadow when trouble was going on in the PartyPlex before, back in Crossed Wires.
Huh?
Yeah, you saw.
I forgot.
Kestrel was the one who saw a shadow in the the room
I
above
remember.
laser tag.
I remember. Yes.
I
So-
forgot. I remember.
Make of that what you will. But yeah, the machine does not appear to be working. It didn't even start humming or rattling. It's just doing nothing. The green button isn't even lit up. Oh wait, I should make you roll investigation.
Yeah.
We can do that.
You can investigate the machine if you want.
Eli.
I was just about to say Kestrel was going to do that.
I think at this
Other
point,
reasons out of the role, she would not be investigating. She's more focused on trying to see when she can come down.
Harlequinette, they're not really investigating. Their brain has already put 2 and 2 together. They know that likely the machine is right now a futile effort.
Eli got a 22 on investigation. Their
Yeah.
first good roll.
And
Yeah.
it's related to the machine.
Mhm.
Related to the machine.
Yeah. With a
Good.
16 and 22, Kestrel and Eli, I mean, they'll notice the green button isn't lit up. They'll notice that in the settings panel, there's also like various components of the machine exposed, and it looks like there's some places where there could be parts, and there aren't. So with a 22, Eli will be able to tell that there are actually 3 parts that are missing. There is a set of spinning gears that is missing a gear and not connected properly. There is 1 fuse missing from a group of several fuses in part of the wiring connected to the setting switches. And then there is a circuit board that seems to have been removed.
Eli goes over to the setting panel and they kind of look a little closer and they're like, "Oh, guys, I think I figured it out. It's missing a couple pieces."
Kestrel just audibly goes, "Oh no."
Well, it should be too hard to find. I mean, I can't imagine that the pieces just went flying off all across the PartyPlex now, would they? Would they?
Harlequinette's face at this current moment is one of, oh shit, that's what's happened.
Jackie like shouts from the top of the machine. Should I open a vent up here or something? Do we need fast travel?
Jackie, I don't think we could reach a vent, dear.
I probably could.
Suppose you could try, but then I think the question would be getting down from the next vent opening.
Well, we're
Like
toys now. I think we could
Before,
take
you
the
could use
fall.
me as a ladder.
Eli kind of shrugs as much as they can shrug, and it's like, we could always also just take the fall. I mean, I can't imagine we're made out of too breakable stuff. I mean, it's not like I turned into a porcelain doll or anything.
I guess not. Toys aren't robust, so you might get a dent. And they kind of point at the tin body.
Oh, what's a dent or two? I can hammer it right out.
Fair enough.
So you can also roll investigation on the rest of the room to see if you find any clues as to where those other pieces might be.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
I got
Double
a
Kestrel.
10.
5. Harlequinette has clocked out.
Harlequinette, you can have bonus because this is your fucking room.
Okay, do you mean like advantage?
Advantage, yes.
I don't even recognize my own room at the size.
So foreign and strange. 8. They don't care.
Went from 7'8" to 6 inches.
They
Gosh.
can't handle this.
Alright.
Kestrel got a 23.
Yeah.
And
With a 17 and a 23, like, I guess Jackie's high vantage point helps her see this, and Kestrel is being thorough and looking around the room. There is a waste basket in this room, and it's mostly full of like toy packaging. There's a lot of like plastic wrap in there now from the small parts of the machine when it was being set up. But on the top of the trash can is a couple of disposable food wrappers and a cup with the logo for Senora's Chips, which is one of the restaurants in the Partyplex.
Size.
that's a good a lead as any.
Kestrel is despairing.
Kestrel with his 23 can tell these wrappers were left here very recently.
I swear if they left it at El Chips.
Senora's Chips.
Senor's Chips. Forgive me.
You know,
I'm
death
changing
for
the name.
1,000 years.
There was a recent rebrand. He's still adjusting.
He also just got here. He's just
He's learning. He's learning the names. It's got Chip in the
so
name,
yeah, the
and then some others.
the others can
Spanish.
hear so the others can hear him mutter that just I swear if they left it at Senor's Chips.
Harlequinette looks at Kestrel and says, "Who left what where?"
He points at the wastebasket. Apparently.
Harlequinette like
stopped
goes
for
to the wastebasket
snacks.
and floats up to look at the wrapper, and then like slowly turns back to look at Kestrel and says, "I think we should check El Chips." Or Sonora's Chips. Send me to the Gulag Boys.
I'm tripping everyone up, changing the name.
Eli looks around and is like, I could go for some chips right now. I mean, assuming I can still eat. I don't know if I can still eat like this, though.
We are not getting snacks.
Well, I mean,
Like
if we're
getting
stopping
snacks
by, we
for
might as
the-
well.
What?
What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. You first, doll.
Jackie shouts, "We are getting snacks! How dare you!"
Eli,
We
meanwhile,
don't have
Eli, meanwhile, was like, I mean, we're stopping there. I mean, might as well while we're there.
we do not have time to get on a counter specifically to get snacks.
You may not might have time, but I have all the time in the world.
Maybe there'll be some cheese on the floor or something for them to eat.
Jackie and Eli got the same brain cell. I can just imagine her giving a thumbs up to Eli.
Eli is trying to
Kestrel
give
puts
her a thumbs up.
Kestrel puts his head in his hands again, in his little plush hands. No fingers.
I'm sorry. I just had this vision of we're looking for a gear, a fuse, and a circuit board. A circuit board could sort of be like a computer chip, right?
Yeah.
What if it's in with the chips?
Does HQ say that?
No, that's just me having a stupid thought out loud.
Oh,
I'm rewriting my notes.
that's fair.
What was that, Sin?
I'm rewriting my notes. That's funny as hell.
Oh!
I
Just a
think
little bit.
Jackie is going to start looking for the closest vent that she can open as a fast travel point.
I don't know that that's going to be that fast.
I mean, we're
It's better than walking out in the open and risking getting stepped on.
I mean, it's a pretty quiet day at the PartyPlex. There's
Yeah,
not
I
too
would
many
kind of
people
like them
here.
to go through the main halls.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
See if
Kestrel's
there's
going
any
to the door.
shenanigans
He's
to
not.
get up to it.
Kestrel's going to the door. He's not waiting for the rest of you. He does not care. He does not care. You guys are talking about snacks. He does not care.
Did they leave the door cracked open, or is our first challenge just to open a door?
I'll say they left the door cracked open, and or it's
Yeah.
what if it's one of the where the door opens automatically if you have clearance, and Kestrel's Razwatch still has clearance, so.
I-
Straight on the phone.
Then
Hmm?
I did have the image of Kestrel having to squish himself just a bit through the crack because he is squishy.
Okay, we can do the door was left open a crack.
Eli notices Kestrel walking away and is like, "Oh, wait for me!" And he kind of clatters after him, and stumbles a little bit,
Kestrel-
nearly falls over, and is like,
I want you to
Kestrel will
imagine, like,
stop and wait. Kestrel will stop and wait for you, Eli. Kestrel will wait for you and only you.
"Yay!"
Harlequinette's coming too. They like gesture for Jackie to follow, and then I like to imagine
Yeah.
as they like swoop by Eli, they just pick Eli up so that Eli doesn't have to struggle.
You say that, but I had a funny thought of when Quinn turns around, Jackie like scrunches up like a cat and then pounces off the thing directly onto Quinn. High speed tackle.
You should probably both roll a
Okay.
dex save, because slinkies and strings seem like they might get tangled.
Yeah, I figured.
no. Oh no.
Becky does not have that thought in mind. Her only thoughts are friend and funny.
Funny.
Well, 14.
Uh,
Oh, deck save.
Please fail. Please fail. I'm sorry, but please fail.
Be
Pengu
so
conspiring
funny.
against us.
I'm sorry. It's funny.
rule of
This
funny.
is the game. We never escape this room.
We're too busy being funny.
What is?
Hi, sorry, my phone glitched out violently and disconnected me.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
You just gotta roll a deck
Are you
save.
alive?
I know. Like, last
Please
thing I heard
survive.
saying the roll they got.
Mhm.
Oh.
All you
And then
missed
me
is...
saying, please fail, please fail, please fail.
Well, I got a 10, so you say how that goes, buddy.
Yeah, I think before Harlequinette realizes what Jackie is doing, one of Jackie's arms gets tangled in one of Harlequinette's strings. And then Harlequinette realizes what's going on and is able to sort of reposition themselves such that strings will not get caught in the crossfire.
I just imagine like they're holding Jackie's like upper half now. While her like lower half sort of dangles and they're just sort of like frowning at her. Like they were just about to pick up Eli and then suddenly they were attacked.
Eli is still on the ground. He's just face down.
But funniest often is the momentum from Jackie caused them to collide with Eli.
Yes!
Eli
Big
is
boy
just
pile
so
up.
done. He's like,
Everyone just comes in a tumbled pile to Kestrel at the door.
Eli's on the ground like, yeah.
Jackie dear,
Kestrel sighs.
Jackie
here's
looks
a
at
little
Quinn with
warning.
a smug cat face.
I don't want my strings getting tangled in anything.
And Jackie's just like, don't worry, I know how to untangle them. I've dealt with slinky tangles before, and just starts like, she like grabs her own slinkies and starts like pushing them in a way that it slowly but surely gets untangled. I believe she has this knowledge because I have this knowledge, because since I have a Slinky Slim toy, I have to deal with untangling Slinkies constantly.
Understandable.
So they get untangled. Harlequinette picks Eli up, and I guess they finally go out the door.
We
Yeah.
finally make it out of the room.
We're
It
an
only
hour
took-
in. No!
Kestrel to having to squish through the crack, and he is soft and squishy, so he does manage. He squishes.
See, squeaky toy noise when he squishes.
There is a very quiet squeaky toy noise as he does so. Yes, it's a gentle squish, so it's not a loud squeaky, but there is a squeaky toy noise, and he visibly grimaces.
He is followed by just the sound of clack, 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 as Eli runs at him in the hall.
Well, thankfully, the footsteps are muffled once you get out into the arcade, which has, of course, arcade carpet.
Yeah.
No hard
Yippee.
flooring.
Oh, that's good.
Up close, it's not as clean as you hoped.
Oh.
Oh.
It's just like
Ugh.
you know arcade carpet pattern is made to hide spills, right?
Right.
Yeah, I get.
They clean it, but it's hard to see when you're more than a couple feet tall.
It's like Harlequinette mutters, I'm glad not to have feet at the moment, actually.
Yeah.
Kestrel does not
Also,
care.
one thing I was wanting to do earlier, but chaos, Jackie takes a look at everyone and their cute little toy forms and then looks directly at Quinn and their cute toy form and just says, "You are so cute."
Thank you. You're cute too.
Eli, noticing that the carpet is probably kind of sticky, they're like, "Oh, let me help you there," and he gently picks up Kestrel so that he's not getting sticky on the floor.
Kestrel will audibly squeak.
There we go. Won't have to worry about getting all messy now, will we?
He d- Because he's just processing that you picked him up.
Eli takes a moment and then realizes, oh wait, this is not socially acceptable. And he like kind of, sorry, and he kind of holds him, but not this time more awkwardly, and as he's kind of looking for somewhere not kind of gross to put him down.
He just says, Eli,
Yes.
put me down, please.
Gotcha. Eli puts him down and like steps away.
He keeps walking.
Wait, I had a thought. What if
Yeah.
Yes.
what if they took a skateboard from the prize corner?
Yes.
Jackie or Quinn are probably the ones to suggest that.
I just like imagine like it pops in their head like they have the light bulb. They look at each other, and then we just cut to the group like skating along the walls.
Yes.
They're on the skateboard and Jackie's propelling them with her slinky arms.
Eli's just like,
Skating down the
Kestrel.
hallway. Sorry.
Kestrel is sitting down. He is not going wee.
no wee. Eli notices Kestrel not going wee and immediately just puts his arm down and puts on his serious business face.
Like Harlequinette's probably
Eli,
frowning
no.
just from the situation in general. So I just like imagine like Jackie's having the time of her life while there's this three now frowny faces.
Eli, no. Maintain your whimsy.
Eli is physically resisting the wee.
Eli.
You can see it in his face that he is trying so hard not to wee. He wants to impress Kestrel.
Ugh.
Jackie sees Eli hiding his whimsy. He's like, "Hey Eli."
Yeah?
And when Eli goes to look, she puts on the silliest face she can.
Eli just starts grinning. He's like, wee! And like he throws his arms back so hard, he kind of hops a little bit.
I like to imagine Harlequinette was back there and gets clocked in the face a little.
He's like, oh, sorry.
It's fine. It's just a summary of how this day is going.
Poor Eli. He's just embarrassed.
I'm just imagining, like, you know how you row a boat, but instead it's Jackie throwing her slinky limbs forward, pushing the skateboard, and then doing it over again.
Yeah, it's, I think, harder going on the arcade carpet, but once you get out to the hallway, which is like tile, you can coast a little bit. It's not as hard.
Whee!
And Senora's Chips is only a couple store faces down from the arcade.
Yeah.
Jackie out loud goes, "Stars, I hope there's no obstacles. I don't know if I can drift on this thing."
Please don't
It's
run
okay.
into
We
a
can
wall.
park it outside. Oh.
Kestrel, he's trying not to be too visible about it, but he has begun holding onto the skateboard tighter as you begin going faster on the hardwood or tile.
And Harlequinette was saying, like, "It's okay. We can park it outside."
I imagine as they reach Senora's Chips, there's just like a as they screech to a stop.
Mhm.
Jackie He's like, I'm so glad I'm plastic right now. That would have hurt so bad on my hands.
Jackie, aren't you usually plastic?
You know what I mean.
Should Jackie have to roll something to actually park and not run into a wall, though?
Please, yes,
Uh,
let me.
Yeah.
It'd be funny.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
The game of funny.
It's a fun, silly
The game of
time.
toys getting knocked around.
This is what we wanted. This is perfect.
It's like Toy Story and that Raggedy Ann movie of just toys getting knocked around constantly.
I want to. I want with all my heart. If you get a nat one, that we careen into a wall and get like thrown.
Absolutely. Bowling pin noise.
Strike.
What are you saying?
Oh,
I got kicked again. What were you saying, MJ?
Oh, I was saying that I hope if you get a nat one, I would like to imagine we like careen into a wall and get thrown everywhere.
Well,
and then
I
I said
didn't get
bowling
a
pin
nat.
noise.
I didn't. I got a 14, but for the sake of funny, I want it to be like dangerously close to the wall when they park.
Yeah, I'm thinking like you slow down and slow down and slow down, but you know it's hard to get purchase on the tile, so you do wind up like bumping into the wall, but it's pretty gentle.
That's fine.
It's like they were all bracing for impact. Like Harlequinette was covering their mask.
Eli grabs Kestrel again. Is like, ah!
And then just
Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Oh, we live.
Jackie just going.
Kestrel gets himself off this thing as soon as possible. At the
Toss
soonest
Whole
availability.
body off the skateboard.
Harlequinette levitates up and like appears around Sonora's.
Eli like thrusts himself forward, so like their arms are straight, so like kind of on their all fours, and then just juts their upper body up.
Jackie slinks down. She got the slinky legs. She can do a cool little slink move.
Yeah. Everyone can roll perception for Senora's chips.
I see chips.
I see chips of orange. Investigation, right?
Perception.
Investigation.
Perception.
Perception, right?
Perceive.
Perceive. Kestrel does not. Kestrel rolled a 1. Kestrel rolled a nat 1.
Kestrel rolled a nat 1. I think Kestrel is a little bit overwhelmed. I don't know that he's been to Senora's chips before. It's noisy. They're playing like Mexican music very loud over the speakers. There's like the sound of frying oil bubbling as they're frying up fresh chips. And it's very colorful in here. Not that that's a surprise for the PartyPlex.
The man is overstimulated.
Yeah, everyone else, you can see this is like a cheap Mexican restaurant. There's some faux Mexican decorations, a lot of like piñatas hanging on the walls and from the ceiling. There's a big counter where they're showing off all of the dips that you can get for your chips. Staff bots behind the counter making the food. There's a couple people in the back corner like sharing some chips and salsa, but not very busy at least. And with 20s.
Giant staff bots.
What?
As just a giant staff bots. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Their wheels are probably the size of you, so you might want to keep your distance. Or get run over.
And just gets run over and just squeak.
And then with the 20s, Jackie and Harlequinette will see. I mean, like you're pretty familiar with this place. You know how it's supposed to look. And so you can tell that one of the decorative piñatas uh has been moved from its regular place, and it looks like uh the side panel where you would normally put the candy in is sort of ruffled and out of place. So it looks like someone's messed with it recently.
Hmm.
Jackie just points. No words, just points.
I was about to say Harlequinette point. Both the clowns
They
just
point at the
immediately
same
point
time.
at this pinata.
And it's hanging like from the ceiling. It's like a couple feet away and above from like some booths.
Eli looks at the pinata, is like, "Oh, you think there's candy in there?"
I think there's a thing in there.
I think there might be something else, yes.
Like
Maybe
candy.
too.
What?
You're not getting candy.
I didn't have lunch today. I'm hungry.
No, we think there's a thingamabob.
Ew. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Much more sense.
So yeah, how do you want to try getting up there? Or getting the thing knocked down?
Throw Eli at it.
No!
Throwing
I'm
up a
looking
lot
at
for
my
the
spells.
Eli
I wonder
bullet.
if I have anything.
I think Jackie's looking at the staff bots like, would they recognize us at this size?
I mean,
The
you could
staff bots are
try
being
Ice
used to
knife. I
mine
wonder if I can
Bitcoin.
cut
Don't
the
think so.
pinata string with that.
cut it with what?
With the spell ice knife. Ice knife. Bleh.
Let's see, ice and knife.
Kestrel does also have a sword, but that would be.
And
I'm
fling
not sure
it,
if we'd be
ranged
able to
spell
throw it up there.
attack. Yeah, I think that's worth a try.
Well, I guess I'm gonna.
Make a ranged spell attack.
Okay. I'm gonna just DMV stuff. Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since I casted a spell that wasn't a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
A ranged spell attack is just like it's like a 1d20 plus the spell casting modifier.
I think so. Let me see.
If Kestrel notices HQ preparing to do something to that pinata, he is definitely going to make sure he is not under it.
I think it's a 1d20 plus 4. Okie dokie. 9.
Yeah, I think that misses and lodges in the ceiling.
Ooh.
But it is going to then explode, and the rope is within 5 feet of the point where it hit, so it can take 2d6 cold damage if you want to roll that.
Yeah, I don't roll that. Seven.
7. So yeah, I think the little shards freeze over a section of the rope, and it is now the piñata is still hanging, but it started like swaying and slowly turning in a circle because the rope is like starting to fray a little bit. You want to roll a d20 for your wild magic?
Well, yeah, sure.
Yippee!
One.
What are the odds? Roll for the magic
Yay!
surge.
Yay! Oh, I don't think I've gotten to use their surge table in a game before. Okay, they have 100, so let's see. Sure. 100. 7. What is 7? I can take one additional action immediately. One of the boring ones.
Damn.
Dang.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sad. This fire one would have been right next to it.
If Quinn
What?
can't
I
get it
mean-
down, I do have a spell of my own I can try.
I mean, really, the rules are all up to us. I mean, you're
Do
not
you
in
want
combat. Do you want to shift the result of your wild magic surge one up or down for fun?
Here, I'll let you see. I'll let this be a group vote. Here's the one below number 6, and here's number 8. Which destructive force, or well, fun force, would you like? Well, it's supposed to be an 8. Why did it? That's 8. That 7's supposed to be an 8. For some reason, it turns into a 7. Why is it turned into a 7? It's an 8 when I
Oh,
type it.
Fire.
6
it's
is so
probably
funny.
formatting.
How do
I
you
think
do a triple
6 would be
backflip
better.
without work?
I mean, better, but wild magic doesn't really care about your feelings.
That's true.
No, I wanna know how Quinn does it without legs. I need
Well, I
to.
think it would just be that their control bar makes them do a little flip.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Hold on. Wait, what if we turn that additional action one into just like a wild magic reroll?
Yeah,
That's good.
reroll it.
Reroll. Let's fate decide.
As it should be. Give us something
Please,
interesting
something
this
in
time, table.
36. Okay, time to see what 36 is. Oh my god. My intelligence has decreased by 2 for one day.
Become smart.
Decrease or increase?
Decreased.
Oh,
Slightly less
because-
smart for one whole day.
Quinn has lost their brain cells.
Quinn
They've been
just,
transferred over to Jackie.
Quinn just staring at this pinata, entranced, dumbass eyes. Like the thing that cats do where their eyes go huge when they're in silly mode. Just like, no
Yeah.
thought, head empty.
No think.
I've got a spell I can try.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I jokingly say that those brain cells Quinn lost have transferred to Jackie, and she's gonna cast Unseen Servant.
Woo.
Thing is loading again. Let me pull it back up. But yeah, Unseen Servant. It creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends.
Mm-hmm. On the ground. An unoccupied space
Yeah,
on the
but-
ground within range. Has
Ye-
all this stuff. Move up to 15 feet and interact with an object. Alright.
And yeah. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be at the level where it would be if she were normal sized.
That's
So-
fair.
She's gonna tell it to go up and like yank the pinata down.
hmm And after a moment, yeah, the pinata gets yanked down. The rope snaps where it was weakened from the ice knife, and then falls to the ground. And the people who are at the table in the corner like startle and look over, as this pinata smashes onto the ground.
Oh.
And well, some candy does come flying out. Also some loose tortilla chips. Also, well, I mean, you can roll perception or investigation to take a look and see what else it might have inside.
Yeah, Jackie's running over.
Invest.
Yeah.
I got a 6. Eli is running for the chips,
that's a
and he is
nat
gonna
one.
try and put one in his mouth.
It is
Ow.
pretty stale.
He does not care. He's eating that chip.
I mean, actually, on second thought, it's not that stale. It is not warm, though.
Forgive
Eli
me,
is
I've
just
never
Kestrel just
had a
Kestrel just gives
debuff.
Eli an appalled look.
Eli stops, chip in mouth, and he slowly like chews it, swallows, and is like, "Sorry."
Would that -2 to my intelligence also equal like a -2 to my
All of the
perception rolls?
Yep.
Okay.
Anything derived from intelligence.
Okay, so that would be 9 then
Perception-
-6.
Perception is from wisdom.
Oh, then never mind that -2.
Yeah,
You're
if you
still
were doing
+9.
investigation, it would be the -2, but okay.
Okay, I'm doing perception,
Well, you
so
can
that would
high roll
actually be just
anyway.
a
So,
19.
yeah. Okay, so 11. Kestrel taking a look. The inside of the piñata is kind of dark. You see a lot of chips and wrapped candies, and also what looks like a black and white checkered race flag. It's like a small one of those like 3x5 dinky little sizes that you could like put in a cup on your desk or give to a small child or something. With the 15 and 19, so Jackie and Harlequinette see, in addition to all of that stuff, a green computer chip in amongst all of the tortilla chips, which thankfully looks to have not been broken by the fall.
Yay!
And with the 19, I'll just say, Harlequinette, as you're looking through all this stuff, you notice all the candies that were included in this piñata are either sour or spicy. None of them are sweet.
Oh, tragic.
Tragic. Yeah. I'd like to imagine when the piñata fell, like, you know how Harley couldn't have been in that trance? It's like they had to shake their head and get back in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Gotta
they're
lock
just
in.
squinting at the camera, at the candy lit.
Mm-hmm. All the wrapped candies, like, each one is, like, as big as your head.
I think Jackie is gonna like go over. She'll like motion to the computer chip for Quinn, and then she's gonna pick up the little race flag and be like, "We need to attach this to our skateboard."
Yes. Eli finishes the chip and he's like, "Ooh, yes, it'll look great."
Kestrel's just like, why do we care how the skateboard looks?
Well, we might as
Because
well
it's
have some fun
cool.
with over this size.
It's a sick ride.
So, you have found one
Yeah.
of the 3 missing parts.
Yippee!
What
Are
do
we
you...
able to like hammer space it at this size, or are we just
Yeah, I
gonna have
think
to
you can
hold on
tuck
to
it. You can tuck it into hammer space.
the hammered space that goes on? Just I like when it picking it up out of the candy and chips and just putting it behind their back and it disappears.
Swoop.
Shoop. May I roll like a perception or investigation to see if we can find any other clues to another area? Or wait, the flag. The flag is a clue, I bet.
Oh. Oh my gosh, how did that not occur to me?
It occurred to none of us except for MJ. You lost brain cells, but you're not less smart.
Still wise as he ever was.
Eli's just having a great time eating a chip.
Yeah. You will, I mean,
Yeah.
Harlequinette with the 19. That is all that is in the piñata. There is nothing else.
Yeah, I think like Jackie had taken the flag to start heading towards the skateboard, and Harlequinette's head suddenly snaps up and says, "Wait, that might be a clue."
Like the raceway?
I think. I don't know else. Why else would that flag? Clearly, this pinata was tampered with. So
Are we going on a scavenger hunt?
I believe so, and their face isn't exactly happy about that.
Eli looks confused and he's like, well, if the pieces randomly fell out, how would they be associated with a scavenger hunt? That's odd.
Jackie thinking back to that shadow they saw. Just like,
That was Kestrel.
I
Writing
think
off
it
the
was tampered
19.
with.
Writing off the 19, Harlequinette here's snickering again.
Harlequinette just looks wildly around for a second and then just glares into the dark corners of the room.
I think you spot like a little bit of a shadow amongst the where the piñatas are all hung and tons of other decorations.
Harlequinette lifts up a mitten hand, and they can't flip the shadow off, but they want to.
They do the best they can with curling of the mitten hand.
He'll know what they mean.
Poor Eli is just confused as what's going on.
Kestrel
When
starts walking back towards the skateboard.
Yeah. Jackie steals a bite of Eli's chip and goes after Kestrel.
It's like, hi!
you know, but as Harlequinette passes the chip, they also take a bite.
Hi! You're gonna ask, you know? And Eli hurries behind all of them.
Jackie's going to secure the flag upright onto the skateboard so they have a cool little flag.
Yeah.
And she's gonna like turn to the others and with like a silly grin is like, no, we need a flame decal.
You think they sell those
So
here?
this- Kestrel glares at her.
Eli like
She
attempts to
wiggles
get
her
on the
eyebrows back
skateboard.
to him.
Eli kind of tries to get on the skateboard by putting his arms parallel onto the board, like slightly lifting them up, and then just momentuming himself onto it.
When
Does that work for
Kestrel's
him?
glare,
It does kind of work. He ends up on his side, but he just kind of like
Oh.
until he's upright, and then he just sits up and he's like, "Did it!"
good job! I'd give you a gold star if I had any.
Harlequinette makes like a polite clap.
Doll, what were you saying about Jackie getting glared at?
I was saying, when Kestrel glares at Jackie, she wiggles her eyebrows back at him in a playful manner.
Kestrel cannot wiggle his eyebrows. He would not. But he just she just gets glared. That's just all he does, and he gets on the skateboard.
Also, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all's conversation about things being tampered with. Sorry.
It's okay. The toys are one track minded. It probably would be canon that they'd get distracted.
They'll stop talking about it to watch as Harlequinette tries to flip off a piñata, and that's just so confusing they don't go back to it.
Well, once everyone's on the skateboard, Jackie is gonna start rooming.
Where are you heading?
The raceway.
The speedway.
Yeah.
Fitting for a
Kestrel holds
skateboard.
onto the skateboard again.
Do you think this might be a good place for a break?
Yes.
Yeah.
Break time.
The one thing I do want to say before we break is y'all have to hold on the skateboard even harder because Jackie's hyped up now and she's trying to go as fast as she can.
Oh no.
Jackie, why don't you roll strength?
Okay. Do-do. Do-do. Do-do-do.
Oh no.
I think you're in danger. Oh, a 20. Yeah.
We're in danger.
Everyone really better hold on. That racing flag makes you faster, or at least want to go faster.
The bird is afraid.
Jackie is absolutely making race car noises as she zooms through the plex.
Eli like falls over on their back from the speed.
I'm sorry. I just had this image of, I don't know if it would be applicable in this situation, but Eli is kind of hollow, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
also full of chip now. What if they make little rattle noises?
They're just rattling.
Full of chip.
Full of chip.
I'm
Oh.
I'm picturing that this skateboard goes rocketing past Lexi, who's just standing there minding her business, and she goes, "Why do I hear race car sounds? Oh God, am I
And
losing
then
it?
pass by.
Hmm?
Why do I hear chip rattling?
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay, break time, break time.
Yay!
time.
Break time,
Big
break
time.
time.
And we are back. So, as you all careen through the halls on this skateboard at top skateboard speed, can everyone roll me a perception check?
Yes.
Perception again. Oh, I
Ooh.
noticed.
You noticed.
Eli is skilled on chip and now sees all.
Yeah. 11 and 12, I think Kestrel and Harlequinette are too busy pouting and being mad about the situation to notice anything. 19 and
No, more
20.
like holding on for their lives.
What?
More like holding on for their lives because we're on the
Oh,
skateboard.
true, right?
Also that.
With 19 and 20, Jackie and Eli are definitely gonna notice that, like, throughout all of this, the little turnkey on Eli's back has been turning as he moves, and it seems to be slowing down. And Eli will notice that, like, if he tries to move, it's, like, gotten a little bit harder than it was at the beginning. Like, it takes more effort to move his limbs, and they don't move as much as he wants them to.
Shouldn't have eaten all chip, all that chip. So
Eli,
he's sluggish.
Eli, from eating all the chip is like, maybe I'm just a little bit. He's there like, oh, I hope I don't get any chip stuck in my joints. he kind of moves his arm up and down a bit to see if it dislodges any chip. It's like, maybe I'm rusting a little bit.
That would be really
Jackie's too
fast
busy
rust.
going high speeds to help you with your key. If anyone looks at her, she's got this wild, crazed grin on her face.
Oh goodness.
Eli.
And, well, if no one's helping Eli with his key, we can get on to the next issue, which is, the prize corner and Senora's chips are on the second floor. Senora's Speedway's on the first floor.
Oh.
We just go
Yeah,
launching
the
off
top
an
of my
escalator.
head is just launching ourselves off the side. like going down the
Someone
escalator.
Someone needs
Oh,
to make
no.
a plan now because Jackie's beelining for the escalator.
I
I
think
just
someone
imagine
notices and it's like, wait, go to the elevator, go to the elevator.
just Jackie,
As they start
Jackie,
careening towards the escalator.
just Jackie, no.
Jackie, yes!
No.
Eli, Eli grabs
The elevator,
his
it's
shoulders
right
like,
over
look
there.
out!
What?
What was
MJ
that?
first.
I can't understand what Eli yelled.
Oh, I'm sorry. Eli grabs Kestrel and is like, look out!
I still
Oh,
can't
God.
understand it.
Wail of impending doom. Oh god, what if Eli's thing stops right when they would need to hold on to brace for impact and they get launched?
Oh no.
Oh, I was
Oh,
thinking like
horrible.
he locks up when he grabs onto Kestrel and can't let go. But him getting launched is also very funny. So, is Jackie heading for the escalator, or can someone roll persuasion to try and convince you otherwise?
I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
That's
Guess
at least what I'm
persuasion is 0.
Eli's not even trying to persuade. He's already accepted his fate.
16.
Or
for.
Well, I don't think
Okay.
Harlequinette's doing it.
What do I roll to contest that?
I'm running to Google real quick.
Maybe I just do persuasion of my own. Like
Persuade
own
myself.
According to Google, it's not a contested roll. It's you set a DC for how high persuasion would have to be. So it's basically up to you. Does a 16 work or not?
Well, I'm gonna roll a persuasion myself, and if you beat me,
You could also roll a wisdom save, maybe, to see if you can stop and
Oh.
realize how bad an idea this is.
I think this is more about Jackie's inner voice trying to convince you that yeah, go down the stairs. Yeah.
I see. Shoulder devil, external plushy angel.
I don't know what this roll means because I got a nat 1 in wisdom. Is that a yes to stairs or a no to stairs?
Oh,
If
that's a
it's-
yes to
I think
stairs.
it's a
The
yes
nat
to
one
the
in wisdom
stairs.
is a yes.
That's a yes to stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You like look at Jackie, and you can see there's the only thought in her brain is launch, launch, launch. There is no
Eli-
stopping her anymore.
What do you
Eli's
imagine,
just
like,
gripping
Harlequinette's
Kestrel.
pancaked out onto the skateboard, like gripping onto both sides for dear life.
Kestrel's just like the second before they hit the stairs. After his attempt has failed, he's just like, heck. And then
On full clown mode. There's nothing in her head but silly and confetti.
Only thought funny.
And it's too late to stop her, so to the stairs they go.
And I think you go flying out and skip over like the first 4 or 5 steps before gravity takes over, and then it's like down the stairs.
Jackie's laughing
Do the rest of
maniacally the
us-
whole time.
Do the rest of us need to roll something to hold on?
That's what I strength save, I suppose.
I'm holding on the Kestrel, so I'm relying on Kestrel here.
Okay. If your joints don't lock up, thanks.
As they're going down, Eli's just going, ah!
If you guys fall, I can try and catch you with my long arms.
15.
All right.
We're doing the strength save.
Yep. To see if you can hold on.
It's just a +1. No,
Oh, Can I try and catch Quinn?
Yes.
With
Try a dex check or a dex save.
21! Heck yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, like, as you bonk down the stairs, Kestrel manages to grip on, and through holding on to him, Eli is staying on the board, but Harlequinette gets flung. Thankfully, before they hit the ground, one of Jackie's arms, shoots out and grabs them and pulls them back to the skateboard.
They're now trapped in a weird slinky hug.
Aw. I'm picturing just the coil of the slinky going around Harlequinette.
Yeah,
With
that's
five
what I was
bugs.
imagining too.
Like
Yeah,
Harlequinette's face
curls
is like a
around
little
them.
squiggle of upset and dizziness.
Yeah, it curls around a bunch, tucks them next to her side, and she just gives them this manic look like, isn't this great?
Jackie, please never go down stairs again on a skateboard. I know the rest of
Kestrel-
you aren't made of porcelain, but what do you think my mask is made out of?
Oh
Oops.
no. Kestrel has decided he does not like Jackie.
It's not her fault the dice were mean to her.
Kestrel has decided he does not like Jackie.
You can't blame it all on the dice.
I imagine once they reach the bottom of the stairs and they stop shaking, Eli's eyes are still kind of like rolling in his head, and he's
Well-
like, "Oh."
Well, actually, about that, while you were going down the stairs, you built up quite a bit of momentum. So once you reach the bottom, the skateboard goes shooting across the room. Jackie, if you want to roll a strength save to stop it.
Or at least direct it towards the raceway.
Yeah.
I just had the dumbest idea. What if like Archie was there and he had like leaned over and they went up his tail?
Yeah. We can say we can. I got a high
18.
roll.
Yeah.
Sure. Describe how that goes.
It's like Archie is there and a kid asks for an autograph and Archie bends down just at the right perfect moment for the skateboard to like climb up his tail. He gets hit on the head and they launch perfectly towards the speedway.
Just imagine it from Archie's point of view. He suddenly feels something going up him at rapid speeds, gets bonked, hears wild screaming from the toys, and then sees something shoot out of his vision.
He's just flabbergasted, mouth agape. Looks behind him at the escalator, looks in front of him over towards the speedway. And then he just like makes eye contact with the kid and shrugs.
I'm just for the tuning effect, I'm imagining those little like fire rocket lines at the front of the skateboard.
Like Archie, unbeknownst to him, now has skid marks.
Yes.
I imagine like once we reach the speedway, because Jackie rolled so well in a strength save to stop the thing, she like whips it to the side, and it's like that Akira slide.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And once
Tony
they're all
Hawk Pro
stopped,
Skater
remarkable.
Simulator.
once they're all stopped and everyone's all frazzled, Jackie just smiles sweetly and is like, "I'm the best skateboard driver ever."
I never want you behind the wheel of the vehicle.
I'm going to roll a wisdom to see if Kestrel can resist. You know.
Naming her.
Exactly.
That is assuming Eli
Oh,
didn't lock
yeah.
up on them.
No.
Yeah, this is excellent. Kestrel is trying in vain to get out of Eli's grip so that he can go give Jackie absolute hell because that was a nat 1 whiz save. But Eli
He's
is
going to go
still
see how easy the slinkies are to snap.
ooh, Eli is still holding on very tightly to Kestrel.
You look at Eli, and like his face is blank, but you can tell by his eyes that he is trying really hard to move. He's just like,
I'm
What
gonna
if I
let
rolled
Quinn
together
handle
with
that
Eli's
and get
grip?
Jackie out of the splash zone, so she's gonna hop off the skateboard and start going to look for clues while you guys deal with that.
I think Quinn,
What-
like, she unravels around him and Quinn flops to the ground and then has to climb back up onto the skateboard to look at the other two.
What do I roll to get out of the grip?
Quinn can roll another investigation, and Kestrel, if you want to break free, either acrobatics to try and slip out of Eli's grip, or strength to try to like force his arms open.
His strength is better than his acrobatics. Oh.
Oh
Oh,
no, Jackie's gonna get maimed.
Well, on investigation of the skateboard situation, Harlequinette got a 20 despite the -2. Well,
mhm.
-2.
Yeah.
That just brings them down to a 1.
Yeah, and Kestrel got a nat 20 on strength, so manages to pry open Eli's frozen arms fighting against the like locked machinery inside them, to bust his way out and go chase after Jackie. That might have some sort of negative side effect on Eli's arms. I'm not sure.
you
But
can
Sorry,
as he's
Eli.
doing that, you can just hear Eli just whimpering like, and like he's like wincing, not quite with his mouth, but definitely with his eyes. It is not comfortable.
God.
Oh, poor boy.
And with a 20,
I'm
Harlequinette can
sorry.
see that Eli's key has stopped turning entirely.
Well, Harlequinette knows what to do, and unfortunately that is to not save Jackie, but instead wind up for Eli's key.
Jackie's
Actually,
going to advantage it a little bit.
Kestrel is
I want to know if this is possible. Okay, like, let's say Harlequinette goes to wind the key, but they also see Kestrel starting, like, to go angrily march towards Jackie. They're all small, could Mage Hand be enough to pick up the small wee keychain?
Yes, yes, yes!
So
Pick
I
him
just
up
want
by
you
the
to imagine that
keychain.
Harlequinette makes himself look busy, like, tightening the wind up key for Eli. Meanwhile, an invisible mage hand grabs Kestrel by the keychain and just holds him in place.
I'm going to contest that. The man is angry.
I guess duel of strength.
Mm-hmm.
What's to
Quinn-
get out of grapple is
Acrobatics or athletics to escape.
his athletics is a +9.
I think it's really sweet that Quinn is still trying to save their friend, even though she definitely deserves it.
That's a nat 1. I don't think that does
That's
it,
not that
Kestrel.
one. He gets grapple. He gets
I haven't even rolled
does
for the
im-
mage
does-
hand yet. Should we just say that?
Oh,
Oh yeah, you can roll for the mage hand. Does it have stats?
I don't know if it has stat. I'm just going to like use like a flat d20.
Fair enough.
fair.
If you get a 1, they start clipping violently.
No,
and
did not
Kestrel
go.
gets thrown into the void.
There we go. For some reason that prior okay, 18
18.
versus that
Does-
that one.
Keeps its
Does
hold on the
HQ grab him?
frantically struggling Kestrel.
Like I want like
Does
the
HQ
invisible mage hand is grabbing Kestrel directly by the keychain loop that you said
Good.
that Kestrel isn't aware of yet.
Yes, like he goes to fight for a good moment as he realizes he has been picked up, and then it's just wait a second. That's a new feeling, and then he kind of freezes up. And he just hangs there a second.
Meanwhile, as Quinn is like winding Eli up, he's like, oh, and he kind of like he tries again to grab his face, but his arms just go above his head again. He's like, "That was awful."
I know it can be a pain when he is lying down. Harlequinette looks over at Kestrel and goes, "You doing okay?"
Kestrel doesn't say anything.
Imagine
Kestrel
that
does
throughout
not
all this.
respond. You can tell he heard you. You can tell he heard you, but he has chosen not to respond.
I'm imagining throughout all of this, Jackie is just gone missing. She's wandered off. You have lost sight of the clown.
My god.
Maybe Jackie's on a solo investigation. Have you rolled like perception or investigation yet?
Not
I
yet.
was waiting till Zen told me to.
Yep, everyone can roll perception on Senora Speedway now.
I thought it was Archie's.
No, Archie
No.
just
Oh.
happens to be nearby.
Oh, okay.
Archie, the golf guy.
The racing
oh,
flag.
right.
Classic marker of mini golf.
Perception, that's the one. I got distracted.
Perception.
Just say perception or investigation.
Perception.
Or just perception. Okay.
You're entering a new environment.
That
That's
one.
the third
That
one
one.
you rolled in a
Oh!
row!
Kestrel was doing so well at the start of the game.
Yeah, Kestrel is just I don't know what's going on with him emotionally, but it's certainly taking priority over looking around this place. So I'll
yeah.
Like
he's
skateboard ride down the stairs. Frazzled him so much.
He's despairing.
So all Kestrel can tell is that this place is loud. There's like, the roar of go-karts driving by. And with an 11, Harlequinette similarly, maybe preoccupied looking for Jackie. It's bigger than it was last time you saw it, but Senora Speedway, indoor go-kart track, kind of like racetrack themed. Got all sorts of decorations and a few go-karts going past, even though it's a quiet day at the PartyPlex. As for whether or not you see Jackie, that'll be up to Doll in a moment. 17 and 21. Let's see. You see with 17 and 21, Eli and Jackie will spot. At first, everything seems pretty normal in Senora Speedway, but as you walk around a little bit, you see something reflecting from inside a decorative announcer tower on the other side of the room. It looks like something pretty shiny has been left up in the little part of the tower where there's like a cardboard cutout of Razzie with a microphone to announce the races. So that might be what you're looking for.
Ooh. Eli notices this. He's like, "Oh, shiny! I think I found the other thing." And he like scampers over to it.
Nope. It is across the room, which means across the racing track.
Oh, never
which
mind.
has got active carts on it, so.
Oh my god, I imagine Eli like scampers up to the racetrack and then suddenly like a car zooms by.
And he's left like spinning in place from the force of the wind of it going by.
And do I get anything extra with the 21?
I mean, that's not normally up there, so it looks like there might be some other stuff left in the booth, but it's hard to see from this distance. And for 21, you know what? Yeah, as you're looking at the booth, you see what seems to be like an odd shadow. Like, you wouldn't expect the tower to cast a shadow that's got, what is that? It looks like 2 rabbit ears at the top. But then it shifts
Jackie,
and it's gone.
Jackie stiffens up at the rabbit ears. Also, I want you to imagine that through her wandering, she has somehow made it to the middle part of the track, where it's like in between the two areas of the trackway that actually
Uh,
have cars on them?
I do not want a hand wave that you got across the go-kart track.
Can I make a roll for it? Because I want her to have wandered.
She can have wandered, but not across the go-kart track.
Okay, then she's wandering around it, like she's going the long way.
That's a very, very long way. But okay.
She's trying. She's
Actually,
going the long way.
on second thought, it is funny as hell if she is in the middle and just stuck there
Okay,
now.
she's in the middle. Stuck in the middle. Quinn's looking for her, finally spots her, like, in between the cars going by, and she's just in the middle.
Uh,
I feel like Harlequinette has suddenly become like the nanny to all these. Stopping the angry one, helping the stuck one, and then now just looking in sheer terror at the one who's in the middle of a roadway.
Well, it's like immediate. There's like an area in the middle. The track is like a big loop. There's an area in the middle where cars aren't driving. So Jackie's not in imminent danger of being hit. She just can't leave the area without being in imminent danger of being hit.
Yeah. And it's
Feels like
especially funny
Harlequinette, but
because
it's like,
Jackie's supposed to be the nanny one because she's daycare bot, but nope, she's full of confetti.
She got
she
shrunken
uses up all her
instantly.
responsibility with the kids.
Yeah.
Not enough room in her new toy body for a single ounce of responsibility.
So yeah, that's where you see her, Quinn.
I imagine once Eli's done spinning, he just kind of flops on his rear end and he's like, "Oh, hi, Jackie! How'd you get over there?"
I don't know.
Well, you could have. Well, you should know. You crossed the road.
I feel like when Jackie wandered in, there weren't cars on the track, but in the time it took her to cross the track, they started like a group of kids driving.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
I'm imagining while that's happening, Harlequinette found a string and has like tied it onto one of Kestrel's feet and is now like leading him around like a balloon.
Kestrel will blink out of his whatever state he is in as HQ is doing that, and he will protest that.
He's filled with rage.
The rage has died down a bit because he didn't expect that.
Harlequinette's just doing a bit just for their own amusement.
Because funny.
You need some whimsy in this hour of terror.
HQ starts like grabbing onto his foot, and he just kicks at that and like looks down at them with just, "What are you doing?" He doesn't say it, but just that face.
Harlequinette kind of looks like with a little bit of a mischievous cat face sort of smile at Kestrel and kind of waves the string they found. And then they decide to ease up and instead just back up and go towards the racetrack. And instead they just let their mage hand hover Kestrel along.
He's just
Naughty birds are hovered as punishment.
he's just gonna be like, he wants to say put me down, but you flabbergasted the man.
I don't think he even
Speechless.
knows that it's Harlequinette's fault that he's levitating like this because their mage hand's invisible.
That is true, but I mean, he has a guess, but he just doesn't say anything.
Pengu, look in the chat.
Ugh. Ugh.
In my mind, and thus in Harlequinette's mind, I think I'm weighing the odds of if it's possible to just mage hand Kestrel over the cars to the other side.
You could try it. What I was hoping you guys would do here is tag team drive a cart where one person pushes the pedals and one person steers
Yes.
it.
Oh my
And
You
one
can
person
do
Yes,
that.
yes.
You can still do that.
Please force us to do that. Please make us do that.
Make us.
I mean, it is the best way to get out onto the cart track is in a go-kart, and the go-kart area of all the free go-karts is right by the entrance, so
Ooh.
Harlequinette would know
Everyone
how
has
to start
drive
one
a
up.
cart. Everyone has to drive a cart to pick up Jackie and then get to the other side.
Exactly.
Only safe way across.
Can I say that you do I have to roll to like see if I notice the cars?
Wait, what did you get in your perception?
I got a
Martha?
17.
Oh yeah, you see the cars, and
Eli-
Jackie would too.
Eli looks over at the cars and he's like, "Oh, I know how to get onto the track. Follow me, guys!" And he runs over to the cars and he's like, Harlequinette, you got the arms. You can steer, and I'll handle the pedals down here."
Actually, Harlequinette then also glances over at Kestrel, and Kestrel should.
Hang in there.
Kestrel can be moral support. We can
Or
dangle
the one
him from
who's
the.
crossing the road.
Does like a go kart have a gear shift that Kestrel could operate?
It can have
Or
a
he
gear
could be
shift,
the one
yeah.
watching the road.
Yeah, he could be
He
the
just
one
gives
watching
them
the
another
road.
look.
Yeah.
He just
Oh
gives them
yeah,
another
Kestrel will
grumpy
be our
look.
eyes since Harlequinette's too short to see.
Over
Like
the
if they're at
dash,
the
yeah.
wheel, they won't be able to see what's in front.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm sure this will end well.
Let's hope and
Great.
pray he doesn't try to run over Jackie.
Kestrel-
I didn't try to
Kestrel
run
will let
over
this-
Jackie. Oh wait, no, Kestrel's. Oh no, oh
If you give Kestrel the eyes, he's
no.
upset.
I
And
think
hopefully Eli
there-
doesn't lock up again.
Like, we made Kestrel the eyes. What if we had him like clipped onto like the
rear view
the,
mirror
the
area.
rear view mirror?
Yes.
Like a little dingly dice sort of thing.
I was also thinking that. Machan
my
just clips him onto the
gosh.
rear view mirror so he can stay up there while Harlequinette concentrates on steering.
I'm so glad I made up a keychain. I'm so glad I made up a keychain.
Meanwhile, Eli just kind of struggles to climb into the go kart because it's a lot. I'm imagining it's taller than the skateboard.
Yeah.
So he's got his arms parallel to the thing, and his little legs are just kicking.
I feel like this is a case where Harlequinette had to like float, like grab Eli and float them into the vehicle.
Yeah.
Also, when HQ goes to like clip him up on the rearview mirror, he will realize Kestrel will realize what they're trying to do, and he will finally speak again. Just go no.
We need
No.
someone to watch the road,
HQ.
Kestrel.
Do not know.
Boat too
sorry,
short
I'm
to see, Kestrel. Besides, you'll be like our boss.
Do not clip me up here.
It's too late. He's been clipped. Harlequinette looks a little smug about it.
He's just It's fair.
This is making me imagine that meme we did before of like Kestrel leaning against the wall. We're really in it now, Nova.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, I'll make sure you get paid overtime for this.
It's just- Oh.
Eli is now like kind of propped up against the little gas pedal, and he's just got his arms laying on it. He's like, "Let me know when you're ready."
Right? And like Harlequinette grabs both sides of the wheel, has a moment where they severely doubt if this is gonna work well, and then they look up at Kestrel and say, "Well, where to?"
Kestrel grumbles. Roll persuasion. It will be a low DC, but I want just for the giggles.
Low
Oh.
DC versus a persuasion modifier of 1. 15.
Not bad. And Eli could probably
15.
roll as well.
Yeah, Eli will roll as well.
Give him the puppy dog eyes.
Eli just gives him the saddest looking eyes. Just like,
Wait, but Eli's already down by the pedals. I don't know if Kestrel will be able to see it.
He's giving
I
wet
don't
puppy
think
dog
Kestrel can
eyes,
see Eli.
but they're blocked by like the dashboard. Kestrel can't see him.
Kestrel, just at HQ's request, he looks obviously upset. Oh, he does not like this. He does not like that you put him up here. He does not like that he could be put up here. He looks out the window and just points.
I think like Harlequinette tries to like turn the wheel that hopefully the vehicle will go the direction Kestrel is pointing, and then like looks down at Eli and it's like, okay, either
Eli,
we're going
like-
to crash into a wall and all die, or we're good to go.
Eli flops onto the onto the gas.
Eli,
Yeah.
roll strength.
All right. Eli, please don't mess this up. You scrungly little creature.
Grungly.
They have pretty alright strength. It's just, you know them.
Mhm.
12.
Well, that's not
They're
bad. You
wonderful.
probably don't want to come shooting out like a rocket. And Harlequinette, roll acrobatics for handling the steering wheel.
Do I need to go see for Kestrel?
I'm trying to figure out what that would be. Either, I mean, if Kestrel is going to give directions honestly, I don't think you have to roll. But if you want to steer them wrong, you can roll deception.
No, he's gonna get them the right way.
All right,
He'll
Jackie
get
will
them the
not be
right
flattened
way.
like a pancake.
for now.
Jackie will not be flattened like a pancake yet.
Mhm. So the cart,
Does he notice Jackie?
Vehicular manslaughter.
I think he can
He
see.
didn't notice Jackie.
Oh, that's true.
Can I roll something to see if he notices
Yeah,
Jackie?
roll perception. Roll perception.
He is very mad
Oh,
at
Jack,
Jackie.
hold on.
He is very mad at Jackie.
Oh no!
19. Yeah,
19.
with that, Kestrel has a good view of the whole racetrack from up here and can see Jackie on the median.
He's gonna roll a wisdom. What's your wisdom save?
Seriously gonna try and murder his boss.
With a 6
It
whiz
had to
save,
be
he
your
just
own
one
might.
of-
Murder your old one.
A six wisdom. I don't want Jackie to die, but I know Kestrel is pissed.
I
Well,
think you're forgetting about the acne effect. I think maybe this would
Yeah.
count as blunt force, so
It
Yeah.
would be bludgeoning for sure. Uh,
He's
For-
gonna roll deception.
yeah, roll deception. 12.
Well,
Harlequinette, roll insight.
Can I also roll insight with
Yes.
disadvantage?
Why disadvantage?
Because Eli really wants to impress him.
Okay.
Everything's coming up clown murder.
Oh,
Insight,
what a
I'm
waste
gonna
of a nat
just
20. Insight, yes.
say-
Oh my god, double nat 20.
What the?
you both
Triple nat
you
20?
Oh
both-
my god!
Yeah, so here you guys start off a little bit slow and jerky as you pull out onto the racetrack. And as you get into the flow of traffic, Kestrel sort of
Wait, I
tells you to
thought-
steer to the side
Oh, yeah.
where Jackie is. But you guys can tell 100%, like, if Pengu, if you want to describe what they get with a nat 20 insight.
The bird has rage in his eyes.
He wants clown murder.
Eli can just hear the anger in his voice.
As he's just like, so turn left, right here,
Yeah. Yeah.
and speed up.
Eli calls up like, I don't think that's such a good idea, sir.
Sir.
Harlequinette is looking at Kestrel and is like, I think manslaughter could get you fired.
Does it count as manslaughter if it's against a robot?
I don't
Yes,
think about that, you know?
Kestrel gives HQ a look that tells them he does not care. He does not care right now. He does not care if he gets fired. He does not care right now. He does not care. I've had enough of this clown.
I think, okay, Harlequinette thinks, okay, that has to be where Jackie is. So I think they, like, not as much as Kestrel instructed, but veer a little left until Eli just slow down and stop the car so they can pick Jackie up.
Alright, Harlequinette roll acrobatics again.
Meanwhile, throughout all of this, Jackie's just been sitting on the track, like counting the little pebbles and mulch and stuff.
16.
Not watching them get into
Was-
this car and start driving over, is she gonna be surprised when this car just stops next
Wait,
to
I
her?
have a bit I want to do once I pull up
Okay.
to her.
Blissfully unaware that the bird has been plotting her murder.
So I got a 16.
Yeah, that works.
So, okay, I want you to imagine the go-kart screeches up next to Jackie, and then the door pops open with Mage Hand, and Harlequinette leans out and says, "Get in, loser. We're going to find the missing pieces."
I think that makes Jackie start laughing out of the absurdity as she gets up and goes to get in the car with them.
Oh, also,
like-
Kestrel is attempting manslaughter upon you. You might want to watch your back. And then he just points up towards Kestrel.
I was gonna say, like, as she gets in, she, like, hugs you from behind. So, like, you say the manslaughter comment right as she's hugging you, and she's just like, huh?
They're gonna
Kestrel's
just
not
points
gonna
up at
deny it.
Like, you look up and Kestrel's just giving you a death glare from above.
Yep.
He's
Can
gonna
I roll
like, look at
intimidation?
you.
Sure, go for it.
I'm going to roll intimidation. This man has failed every intimidation roll so far in the Partyplex except the one on the endo.
Oh my god.
Oh, 24.
Can I try roll intimidation back?
Sure.
That's incredible.
I'm sorry. Let's just real quick appreciate the hilarity that Kestrel's best intimidation roll has been while he's a tiny, angry little plushie.
Hanging helplessly from his keychain. Oh my gosh.
The intimidation rolls are close.
But Jackie's is
Imagine-
higher.
I'm imagining he, like,
Jack's
gives her the
higher.
death glare. He, like, stares at him for a minute, and then gets, like, her other side of her face activates, so it's the scary side, and I'm just imagining a kind of flowy style face as she's like, I'm your boss.
Oh, Kestrel looks away.
Eli is just painfully oblivious, and he's gonna start the thing again now that Jackie's in the car. He's gonna press down on the gas. That's what I mean. It's like, to the tower.
Roll strength.
That's the wrong button. If I can remember the right button. There we go. All right. 20.
Yay! Yeah, the car, like, this time the cart takes off speeding down the track. And coming up on the corner, Kestrel, are you going to tell everyone about the corner?
Yes.
Harlequinette, rule acrobatics. Jackie can help if she wants.
Yeah.
He will say it at the last possible second.
Murray contemplates murder-suicide. Okay, that was a 16.
He's having a bad day.
I guess with advantage because of the help.
If Jackie is helping.
Jackie will help. That's her best friend. Of course she's gonna help.
Aww.
Okay, so
Well, that
16
covers.
wins.
Yeah, 16, which once Kestrel tells you to start turning, you and Jackie start, like, yanking the wheel in the right direction. And it's a little bit rough for a corner like this. You can feel, like, the back tires start to drift a little. And maybe, like, slightly bump the barrier on the outside of the track. But you don't crash, and you keep going down the other side of the track. Coming up on...
I just got a funny thought.
Yeah?
Jackie sitting next to Quinn while they're doing the wheel, and she's like, I thought you said you didn't want me behind the wheel of any vehicle. She's got a smug look.
Harlequinette looks at her and then just shoves her a little bit into the passengers. Well, it's a go-kart. It doesn't have a... He shoves her into the floorboard.
You,
She just laughs
You
wildly
hear-
as she falls down next to Eli.
He's like, hello.
you hear a tiny forlorn sigh as you don't crash.
Oh, and you're now
Just a sad sigh.
and you're now coming up on the tower that is where you need to stop again.
Somebody better tell Eli to get up because he can't
Mhm.
see.
Yeah, Kestrel, will you tell them?
No.
The sooner you get the pieces, the sooner you go back to normal.
He's
This bird has
upset.
contemplated murder. I don't think he's thinking about that right now, is he?
No.
Wait, he doesn't even know
He's
they're
just-
going towards it for that part, does he? Did he see that?
He did not.
He didn't see.
He got like a nat 1 on the first perception, so no, I don't think he's aware.
Yeah, I think Kestrel and Jackie saw the part.
No, Eli and Jackie.
Yeah,
Also,
Eli and
as
Jackie.
a saving grace, can Jackie like hop back up and coincidentally look over the thing so she can tell them since Kestrel won't?
Yeah, I think the tower is visible from the seat of the car. It's like higher up above you, so the dashboard isn't blocking it.
And she'll just be like, guys, we're here.
You see Eli flop over onto the brake.
Meanwhile, like Harlequinette quickly works the wheel to like pull into the underside of the tower thing.
Yeah, off to the side of the road. I think the tower is like not on the track. But like out of the way of pull over out of the way of other cars. Yeah. You made it to the tower. Now, how are you gonna get up there? There is a ladder, but the rungs are spaced kind of far apart.
We have a slinky.
You do.
Kestrel looks down at HQ once they're parked.
And we have a little tin man we can throw.
Okay, I want you to imagine like a mage kind unclips Kestrel and then just instantly starts dragging him towards the ladder.
Oh my gosh. Also, like,
Dragging him.
the tower is sort of like a lifeguard chair with like a little room on top of it that's like open. There's no doors to worry about, but like that's the
Nice.
vibe.
I also want you to imagine, like, before you guys get out of the car, Jackie does, like, pull Eli and Quinn into a slinky hug, and it's just like, that was so awesome. I'm so proud of you two.
Not Kestrel.
Meanwhile, Kestrel just hanging alone.
Eli is beaming. He loves being told good job.
Aw. Kestrel's lost his walking privileges for attempting clown slaughter.
He's lost his what? Privileges?
Walking privileges.
Walking. No longer
Walking
allowed to walk.
privileges. He's just dangling by his keychain.
So,
I'm so glad I made him a keychain.
how are you guys approaching this tower?
I feel like we have multiple options here. Option one would be to like do a similar thing we did back at the toy machine where we kind of hold on to Jackie's legs while her front half is put higher. And then use her as like sort of like a bungee cord.
You could try that, yeah.
Yeah. I also have an idea. Ladders have side beams
Mm-hmm.
that the rungs attached to. You could hold onto her legs and she like climbs the side beam, and then you guys use her as a rope.
This isn't a feature of my class, but I am I'm an electrokinetic. And I was wondering if maybe I could use my electric powers to like magnetize myself to the ladder and climb up.
That's fun. That might actually be like
This
the
is why I
most
love
funny solution. So maybe
Yeah,
we'll go
I
with
like
that.
that idea.
All right.
We could
this is why I
combine the
love
ideas.
D&D.
We could combine the ideas and have Eli shimmy up and Jackie just like holding on to him with her upper body so the others can cling to the lower body as Eli pulls them
Yes!
all up.
Yes,
that would, like-
absolutely.
We might have actual rope we could have Eli cast down. But either way works.
All right. I'm gonna have Eli like kind of tap the ladder and be like, "Hey, it's metal. Hold on, I got a solution." And you just see Eli like aggressively start shimmying in place until like these sparks of electricity start forming around them, and then suddenly, boom! Eli becomes magnetized to the metal ladder, and he turns to Jack. He's like, "Grab on."
Jackie's like smiling in shock and then shakes herself out of it and like hugs him from behind.
And Eli starts shimmying up the side of the ladder, like.
Are they like climbing it or like walking up the side with feet stuck to the metal or something
Oh.
else?
They're climbing it.
Roll athletics.
Okay. Jesus. There we go. 1d20 plus. And my athletics is a 3. Hell yeah.
Not bad.
16!
16. Yeah. You were able to climb your way up to the top of the tower with Jackie, or at least Jackie's upper body in tow. Is someone holding on to her feet down below, or?
I think Harlequinette has grabbed onto her feet and is also now like has Kestrel no longer mage hand, just like holding Kestrel like a teddy bear.
So Eli is carrying them all up at once.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how gravity affects Harlequinette because of the slight floatiness.
I mean, they
Yeah,
can't
I
weigh
imagine
that
they're
much,
not-
so.
I imagine Kestrel and Harlequinette don't weigh that much.
Kestrel is
in
full
their
of
current
stuff and fluff and one squeaker.
in their current
Again,
state.
Jackie is the heaviest toy.
Well, I mean, Eli's made of
Eli is
metal.
hollow.
It's hollow,
Eli
but
is
it's metal.
And
Yeah.
I have like gears and stuff in me.
Mhm.
And Chip.
And
And
Chip.
Chip.
Anyway, everyone can roll perception as you reach the top of the tower. Or investigation.
My investigation is better, so
No perception.
18.
As is Kestrel's.
Harlequinette's investigation has been shot because of the -2.
Yeah.
And you rolled a nat 1.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well,
even perception fails them.
All right. Okay.
Kestrel,
10.
Kestrel got the highest roll.
Nice, good for him. So with a 10, it's kind of dusty up here. There's like a big cutout of Razzie positioned in the
But that
booth.
10 is a nat 1.
Yeah, it's a nat 1.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the nat 1 description. You would have to be blind to miss the cutout of Razzie because it's like 2 stories tall to you right now. Or it's bigger than that. It's huge. You're 6 inches tall. This thing's like 7 feet tall. It's got to be visible outside the booth. And you're 6 inches tall, so you are in the dust. 12 and 13, we'll see all of that, of course. And it looks like some of the dust has been disturbed up here recently, and lying on the floor is the fuse that you need for the machine. And then with the 18, Kestrel will notice all of that, and also notice there's Eli.
Yes, Eli.
Okay. For some reason I heard Pengu say, oh, Kestrel rolled the highest, and then I didn't look at names.
Oh, I thought that was me misreading too.
Oops. So nope, Kestrel and
Whoopsie.
Jackie see the fuse and disturbed dust. And then Eli sees that although the booth is pretty empty otherwise, in an area where the dust is disturbed, it looks like someone has left a plushie of Lexi in a car driving outfit.
Ooh.
Adorable.
Would that be the
Kestrel's gonna
prize
try and
corner? I'm sorry. I need to relook at the map again.
You can ask for a second
Oh.
opinion also.
Eli is gonna look at the others and like, oi, look, there's a plushie of the Lexi. You think she wants us back at whoever's doing this is back at the prize corner?
That or the daycare. Those are the 2 most plushy-filled places in the Plex.
Well, I think the hint
What a
towards
tease.
doing where Lexi is, but I don't think the bumper cars are done yet.
Maybe
can-
that's the point.
Kestrel's gonna try and
You can roll investigation on the plushie to try and determine more about it.
Okay.
You said
Also,
HQ
I
was
do
holding Kestrel like a teddy bear.
Yeah, well, they can let him go at any time now.
Well, Kestrel's gonna roll strength to try and get out of their grasp anyway.
Also, I want to let you know that, like, Jackie is not let go of the hug. She is nuzzling into Eli.
Aww.
Nothing new. Also, Eli rolled
Yeah,
an
strength.
18 for investigation on the plushie.
Yeah.
I got a 14 on that.
Is the
Was
12
that 12
strength?
strength?
A 12 strength to get out of HQ's grasp. Yeah.
I want you to imagine HQ wasn't really trying to hold on to Kestrel strongly. The moment Kestrel exerts any leverage, HQ just tosses him aside.
Being
Drop
that
bullied
line
by
on
his
his face.
own bosses.
As he lands, squeaker goes off.
Absolutely. Squeaky toy noise. Much louder this. You heard like the soft squeak when he squished through the door. This is plain as day a squeak. He
Eli
just
kind
lays
of
there a second.
Eli resists the urge to giggle at it.
Yeah.
He lays there for a second.
Oh. Does anyone
This
else?
is just Kestrel getting bullied by his clown bosses of the game.
Kestrel's version of clowning around. Does anyone else want to roll investigation on the plushie?
Nah, Jackie's too focused on hugs and friend.
All right. Well, with 14 and 18, both of you, both Harlequinette and Eli, can tell that this plushie doesn't look like it's been used or loved, like it might be if it came from the daycare. And you know, it does look very similar to a lot of the plushies that are sold at the prize counter. In fact, Harlequinette might recognize it as one that used to be sold there. They've sort of phased the line out around the time of Senora Speedway changing hands, but this definitely was a prize corner prize at one time.
Alright. Yeah, I think Harlequinette sort of hums and says, I do believe we have to go back to the prize corner now.
And to think this whole thing would have been a little bit faster if we just started there. And Eli kind of starts sliding down the ladder.
I mean, regardless of in what order you did them, you would have to go back to the prize corner at the end to put all the pieces in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Harlequinette had kind of, like, done, like, a confused face at Eli and, like, the mental math meme, and then kind of, like, shook
As
their
you
head,
guys
like, no,
slide-
no, that's not
As you
it.
guys slide down, Jackie grabs the piece really fast because nobody picked it up.
Yeah.
I just imagine her slinky arm shooting out and just grabbing.
Yeah, exactly.
Eli's just like, oh, let's head out.
Imagine they get back in the go-kart, and, like, as they're all filing in, like, Harlequinette says, it would be ethically wrong to drive a go-kart through the entire Partyplex, right?
Yeah. Also, I call dibs on being the road spotter since someone tried manslaughter last time he got a chance.
Well, I think he's trying to kill us, not pedestrians.
I'm sorry.
That
Kestrel just
counts
kind
as
of
manslaughter, doesn't it?
I did have a thought before they get in the cart. Eli accidentally gets stuck to the side of the ladder and he needs to be like pulled off because
Yes.
he's just like, I may have
Jackie, like,
misjudged my
looping-
magnetism.
Jackie
wait.
looping her arms around him multiple times and then yanking.
Roll
He just
strength.
drops off. Roll
Really
strength.
I was imagining Harlequinette, like, kind of, like, use it, since, like, they have the free range, if, like, say, the Eli was halfway, they kind of, like, float onto Eli and just start pressing down. The Eli as a platform.
Eli pops off the ladder.
Thank you.
With the net 22, don't you think it would be funny if they like flew into the cart from the strength of the yank?
Yes.
Yeah, they just go flying backwards. You just hear the clattering of Eli hitting the door of the thing and being like, ow.
I want to say Harlequinette was on Eli and also got eaten.
Yes. Oh, Kestrel's the only one
Kestrel
that
has
doesn't get
separated
thrown.
himself.
Mm-hmm.
He has separated himself. He is getting in the car.
I imagine
I don't think
it,
he
like,
can reach. Eli needed to be
No,
helped.
you guys. Yeah, you guys meet him and he's just like looking up at the too high up.
I'm just imagining during the yeeting, like Eli goes flying, Quinn goes flying attached to Eli, and then there's a couple of minutes pause as Jackie's limbs stretch out, and then she gets yanked by the momentum.
And then Kestrel just trotting along behind them.
A sad wet cat of a bird.
Sad wet bird.
Yeah.
I
He's
just
just
wrote
like
off
looking
about
up at the car. No.
No, yeah, no. But I'm sure the thought crosses Harlequinette's mind before they sigh and like open the door and Mei-chan him up into the car again.
He would. I mean, he would deserve it. Frankly.
No one is left behind, not even the cranky bird.
I'm just unrelated, but I'm imagining like a little picture or something of like Jackie in a sitting pose with her like tongue out and big sparkly eyes and just an arrow pointing saying full of confetti.
Oh, adorable.
Alright. So as they climb in, Jackie is giving directions, Harlequinette steering, Eli pushing pedals again.
Yeah.
Alright, Eli roll strength and Harlequinette roll acrobatics. And Jackie roll perception.
Kestrel is no longer allowed to be this.
Roll a 5!
Oops. Okay, 15 Jackie can see okay, 13 Harlequinette can steer okay, 5 the cart like sputters and then starts creeping forward like a couple feet at a time. Like
I think we know where Kestrel needs to help out.
Eli looks over at Kestrel and he's like, "Can you help me, please, sir?"
Kestrel will help. Kestrel will help
Yay!
Eli because he doesn't, compared to everyone else here, he doesn't mind Eli.
aw.
What do I roll
Roll
strength
strength.
for help or?
I will
Alright.
say roll
This
strength
is just
check or
loving
save?
Eli hours.
Well, they're the same,
Everyone
they're the
here
same.
loves Eli.
Oh.
Oh, nat
Oh,
20!
Yay!
Oh no!
Despite
It's the skateboard all over again.
despite his tiny fluffy body, Kestrel like absolutely presses down on the pedal, like floors it. The cart shoots off. I think Harlequinette is gonna struggle to make the turn a little bit and like drift out
Harlequinette was
again.
like, they go from a snail place to like the cartoon dust cloud.
And Jackie's like, turn, turn, turn! And Harlequinette just like pulling the wheel in like full circles trying to turn in time.
You just
I
imagine like
imagine it
all
like
screaming.
a funny
Kestrel's
image,
not
just
screaming.
like Quinn trying to turn it so hard they like yank their full body onto it and start spinning around with the wheel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eli's being clattered around down below.
Meanwhile,
They get into
Kestra's
the
probably getting out
hospital.
a lot of pent up aggression.
Yeah, Kestrel is fine with this. He's not screaming.
They get the newest high score at the raceway. Like high score speed.
Oh, even with that pause they took in the middle. And so very quickly you make it back to the entrance of the raceway and the place to drop the cart off.
I want to, as a bit, imagine that they kind of like careen into a wall and the airbags deploy and just kind of launch them all out of the car.
Sure. Oh.
Eli pushes open the door and he just falls out.
Imagine.
Wait, wait. Funnier idea. They careen into the map bot.
Picture when the airbags go off, also a confetti cannon goes off at the same time.
Remarkable.
Jackie and Quinn get sent flying while Kestrel and Eli have to get out of the car.
Eli just falls, tumbles out.
Yes.
Ew.
HQ and Kestrel walk out. HQ can float. Kestrel has to like wiggle himself down a little.
He lands on Eli.
He doesn't mean to, but yeah.
Thank goodness
Eli's
he's
just like,
soft and
happy to
fluffy.
help.
Aww.
God.
Love them.
And you're back at the entrance to Senora Speedway. You'll now need to get back up to the second floor.
Eli looks
Well, we
over at
parked our skateboard nearby.
Eli.
I want you
looks
to imagine Harlequinette looks at the skateboard in fear and just like Mage Hand pushes it away as fast as possible out of view before Jackie sees it again. Like hides it behind a nearby trash can.
You just hear a distant crash.
Yes.
And then they like casually look over and say, "Looks like someone took the skateboard."
Jackie looks
Kestrel
so
was
sad
grateful
about
for
it
this.
too.
Kestrel was
Aw.
grateful.
Mm.
Eli is just like internally like, oh thank God.
Everyone fears her driving skills. She's a good driver. She's just too fast.
Oh,
She
she's-
went
taking the
confetti
stairs.
brain.
She's gonna do
Confetti
great
ball.
once the bumper cars opens. So yeah, there's an escalator close nearby that's where you came flying down, or you could find the elevator.
So like
Yes,
try to
well-
find the elevator. The hardest part will just be pushing the button.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least two of you know where the elevator is, so you could walk over there, and then how do you plan to handle the button?
Eli. Tim's been joking about it all game. Let's do
We need
it.
to throw
Throw him.
Eli at least once.
Throw Eli at the button.
I'm
Throw Eli at the
just
button.
Jackie's picking him up, swirling him around like that one Olympic sport where they swirl the ball and then releasing.
Oh yeah.
Shot put, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
We're gonna shot put Eli.
I imagine Jackie just like shot putting him and you hear
I just he like puts a hand on his shoulder and says, "I have a special job for you, okay?
Yeah.
You need to push that button." And she grabs him and shot puts him.
Roll strength.
Please don't get a natural 20. I don't want to turn him into a tin can squish. It wasn't a natural 20.
Eli is hitting that button.
Yeah, Eli is smacking into that button. I think the button cracks a little bit from the force of Eli hitting it. And then Eli falls to the ground. Is someone gonna catch him?
Jackie will catch him, but I'm just
Kestrel will try to.
imagining
I think
for the-
all
for
three
the
tried to
two
like
of
catch Eli.
them.
Imagine the
I'm-
turnaround of Kestrel just landing, or of Eli just landing on top of Kestrel.
Yeah, but also funny imagine was Eli hitting the button and for the tune effect doing the accordion thing. And then popping back out.
He absolutely does.
Yes.
Crinkled like a tin can.
Oh.
And then falling
So
and
what do we
landing on
roll to catch-
Kestrel.
He lands on Kestrel and it's just a loud
Oh, absolutely.
So
Loud.
after Eli falls back down, she like pats him on the head and says, "Thank you. You did perfect."
At first she has to like
Yay.
grab him by either end and pop him back out.
Yeah.
He kind of like makes that accordion noise when you unfurl an accordion. just like, I did good.
He did. And in a few moments, the elevator arrives, and with a ding, the doors open.
I
Just
don't
imagine there has
ever
to be
see
at
that
least
they're
one
thinking
person
about-
who just like is about to walk out and then just sees a bunch of plushies like waddle into the elevator. Like Harlequinette looks up and says, "Second floor, please."
Wait, imagine it's Otto. Imagine it's Otto.
Oh my god! Yes, yes.
Yes.
Otto's in there. Looks down. A bunch of plushies. Harlequinette pushes the button and says, "Second floor, please." Otto just like slowly reaches out, presses the second floor button, and then slowly rolls away while like their head turns to watch the four plushes as they go in pure confusion.
I imagine
Otto
Jackie's like waving at
cameo.
Otto because she remembers Otto being the one to get her to sign something during the play.
And I know Harlequinette has encountered Otto before and knows that they're a little bit odd for a staff bot, so I think Harlequinette and Otto like share a weird look.
Jackie's just confetti brain waving at Otto as the doors shut.
And the elevator takes you up to the second floor. Imagine if it's one of those glass elevators so you can watch as Otto like wheels away and then looks back at the elevator in confusion.
Just watching the plushies slowly rise.
Goodness gracious.
And then you reach the second floor. Doors open with a ding. And
you
you
just
come
see
out.
them clatter out.
Yeah, you come out and see right in front of the entrance to the arcade.
Yippee!
Yippee. As you enter the arcade, does everyone want to roll perception or investigation?
I will
do
roll.
perception.
Yeah. Yes. Investigation.
Excellent.
Wow.
Wow.
4.
These are some great rolls, except for Harlequinette.
Harlequinette suffers
Harlequinette is-
endlessly.
Yeah, even Harlequinette is doing decent. So Harlequinette, this is the arcade. I mean, you're seeing a lot of stuff, but I mean, this is just what the arcade is like. I'm guessing you're heading back towards the prize corner, and you're
I think if anything, Harlequinette is just like not even paying attention to the arcade much.
Mhm.
They're just like beelining for the prize counter.
yeah.
So is Kestrel.
Everyone else with 20s and above, as you're making your way to the prize corner, you have to walk through an alley of claw machines. And as you're walking past, you see like brightly colored plushies, dark piece of metal, brightly colored plushies. Wait, that's probably not
Jackie
supposed
just
to be in
skid
there.
to the halt.
What?
Jackie just skid to a halt and is like, Quinn!
Quinn stops and turns to look at her questioningly.
She like points up to it.
And in one of these claw machines, in the midst of many, many plushies, is a little metal gear that looks like the piece you need.
Harlequinette's face goes into like a little oh surprise, and then they hover over to the claw machine, and then like they look at the flap that the toy would be dispensed down in. Could they just enter the flap?
You can
Would
certainly.
your marionette wooden thing fit?
It would fit.
I think so. They're
I
kind
think
of
so.
small for a marionette. Like,
Yeah, I assume it's no more than like 6 inches wide. Like,
yeah, I think it's kind of like a 6x6 square. Like,
mhm.
maybe a little less,
Yeah, it
maybe a
would
little
fit.
more, but somewhere in there. So I feel like Harlequinette looks at the other three who are looking at the gear, and then just like looks back up, looks at the flap, opens the flap, and says, "If I get stuck, remember me."
Eli
just
tries to do a salute.
like a little floppy salute.
Jackie just laughs and is like, "I'd come rescue you, you total dork."
So they lift up the flap. It's sort of like they have to duck the control bar, like it goes down midair, slides through, and then they kind of like climb in after it, and then they disappear, and then you can see the control bar raise up into view for the glass at the other side. They raise up, they go over, and they do the stiff motions of like a claw machine, like go horizontally and then go down directly vertically. Pick up the gear unless it has anything else in plan.
No, you can just pick it up.
Just pick it up. Yeah, they pick up the gear, they lift it up, they go back rigidly towards the thing, and they drop the gear down into the prize hole.
Jackie will get the gear before you come back down.
Eli's gonna hold open the flap so that you can still like get out and not have to worry about the flap in the way.
Yes.
Yeah. And so like Harlequinette cuts the levitation and they just like fall through the hole and slide out.
Dun, 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 dun.
Family Guy death pose on the floor in front of the prize chute.
Yeah.
And then pick themselves back up. You have all the pieces now.
Yay!
Now we just have to navigate the messy arcade floor without our skateboard.
It's fine.
That's
You've
what
got
does not
bigger
care.
worries.
As long as Eli looks like he's considering picking up Kestrel again, but he's fighting the urge. He's like, I don't want to make it mad.
Kestrel has
Oh,
already
Kestrel does not.
attempted manslaughter at least twice.
You don't need to turn his rage on the third member of this party, the only one he doesn't hate yet.
He does not want to be picked up.
I'm just imagining the little Squidward walk sound as he's walking away.
Also, for the fun of it, like Jackie's been walking normally, but for the fun of it, she's gonna like stretch her legs out so she does the cool like slinky walk effect. So she gets all tall and then go back down, and all tall and go back down. Big walk.
Big steps.
We're trying to get the last of our
Fine,
gags in before the game is over.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wait, the butt tail. The bag.
Okay, we need to grab that next one. Maybe while we're getting the parts back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So you all head back to the prize corner and then the back room behind it. And yeah, now you gotta get all the parts back into the machine.
I think because Eli rolled really well on identifying where the things were the first time, I think maybe he should put the parts back because he would know where they are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eli kind of takes the parts, and you see him just like trot over, and he's just like putting stuff in the thing as best as he can with the state of his arms.
Yeah. I think like he can slot the gear in easily enough. And maybe the fuse, he might need some help with the computer chip just because you really don't want to break that and it's kind of delicate.
Yeah. He looks over at Jackie. He's like, "Oh, Jackie, you got opposable hands, right?"
She like flexes her hands. It's like, yeah, all joints.
Can you help me over here? I don't want to bust this thing.
She nods and comes over to help.
He kind of just holds the computer chip against where it needs to be. And he's like, I need this popped in there and I don't want to break it. I can't exactly move me hands much.
I think she would just pat Eli on the head and then put it in for him.
Thank you.
Aw.
He just like
Aw.
leans into the pad. He appreciates it.
Oh, sweetheart.
He's doing his best.
Doing his best. Oh my gosh. And
Are all the
as
part? Oh,
yeah,
you
the
first.
That's all the parts in place, and as all the parts are in place, you can see the button on the machine lights up green again.
Woo!
And just to make sure, the switch
Uh.
is on reverse, right?
You can double check, and yes, it's still set to reverse.
Awesome. Okay. Eli like kind of
Jackie-
hops over to the others and like, all right, everything's fixed now.
And Jackie like puts her hands up, is like, okay, guys, yeet me.
Hold on, I have another idea. And then, if you would allow, could I have Harlequinette mage hand Kestrel up to the button by the tag tail?
Yes, do it. Yeah.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
I can
Yeah.
hear you, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Like Harlequinette raises a hand and says, "I have another idea." And then Kestrel, you feel like a yank on your tail, and suddenly you're going up, up, up into the air towards the button.
Oh, he squeaks.
He's just
Squeaky
so dumb.
Involuntary squeak. Involuntary squeak.
Does it sound kind of like a walk?
Sort of a squeaky toy noise, yeah.
Hmm.
And he
Harlequinette
kind of
calls up, "Push the button, Kestrel."
he kind of wiggles a little, and you get him up there, and he's just he. Hold on, give me a sec.
And cuteness aggression so bad I'm chewing on something really hard.
Ugh. he wiggles a little because he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And you tell him to push the button, and it takes him a second to just be like, "What? Okay," and he pushes it.
And the machine starts humming again. And, well, this time it's not rattling because you took the cover off of that section of the machine. And with another flash of green light, everyone is back to normal.
Woo! Can I imagine that when they turn back, Kestrel is still being like held aloft by the butt for a moment before the mage hand has like dissipates because it has. He's still heavy now.
Yeah.
He flops on the ground.
His turn to do the Family Guy death pose.
Yep.
Once they're back to normal, Jackie like wraps Eli and Quinn up in a real tight hug.
Hey, does anyone
you
want to
just
roll
so happy.
perception?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love perceiving. 8.
I love
Eli
having
doesn't
fun.
notice anything.
Too busy being hugged.
Yeah, well, okay.
That's
Jackie
from nat
and
1.
Kestrel,
I mean,
as
nat
soon as
20,
he
nat
pulls
20.
himself off the floor, y'all notice that, well, Harlequinette is looking a little different.
Oh.
Huh?
It looks like some of the details from their toy has transferred over to their regular form, including a cute little jester skirt with bells.
More jingle bells.
Eli, before they get hugged, they immediately start testing their elbows and are like, oh, thank God, I got my joints back. Oh, it's good being able to move
think-
more than 2 ways.
I think Jackie notices the changes because of the hug, and then she like pulls back, like holding Quinn's shoulders, and she looks them up and down, and she's like, "Quinn,
What?
Quinn, you're still super cute. Look at you."
What? And they like to look down at themselves and are like, oh, what? What? Like they pull at the skirt and go, I see this has made a return.
Return?
I used to have one.
And then she pulls Quinn back into the hug, and she's like, "You're adorable."
Meanwhile, after Eli's released from the hug, I imagine he goes over to Kestrel, who I feel like is probably still just laying on the ground.
Yeah,
And
he
he
did. He did
offered-
get a nat 20%. He did get a good perception on Harlequinette though, so he is like his head is off the ground at least.
Maybe he's
Eli,
on his side.
He crouches down and he offers Kestrel a hand. He's like, "You need help getting up there?"
No, roll persuasion or something.
What's my persuasion again? Let me looky. It is a 1. Okay. 8.
He kind of. Ugh. I don't want to be mean to Eli, but
It's okay. Be mean to him.
No.
Beat him up.
You don't want to be
don't
mean to Eli,
wanna.
but maybe Kestrel does.
Kestrel wants
Kestrel's
to
had
be
a
mean.
day.
Kestrel doesn't want to be mean to Eli either, but he is in a bad mood. Like, he looks up at you, looks at your hand, and just like, there's hesitation. He takes your hand just enough to pull himself up, and then lets go as soon as he can.
Eli, he kind of notices this, and he kind of like, you see him bristle a little bit, but he tries to like brush it off, and he's like, I'm gonna miss being a little bit taller than you, you know? It's not often I get to be taller than anybody. I'm sorry, you're really faint for me. Hold on, I can't tell if that's my audio. Oh, okay. You're clear now.
Hello, I'm
Hi.
speaking.
Yes.
Can I roll insight on Eli?
Yes, you can roll insight on Eli.
What is your insight? 1. Please roll good. Please roll good. Please roll 7.
Oh,
No.
He does not notice Eli. He does not notice Eli being a little bit hurt.
No. I shake my. No. Eli, roll deception.
Okay, I will roll deception. What's my deception? It's probably a +1. Yes, it is. Okay, amazing. 2.
Oh, nat
I just
1.
said good. Eli is physically hurt.
I just. Kestrel blinks at him, and Kestrel blinks at him, and just it takes him a second, but like, the man softens a bit and gives Eli a pat on the shoulder.
Eli kind of hugs him.
Oh, hug the
Aw.
bird.
Eli,
Double hug
Hug
to
the
Gary.
bird.
Eli kind of buries his face in him, and he's like, "It's nice being able to bend my arms so I can do this." Ugh. And then he kind of
has soft
pulls
feathers.
away, and he hugs himself, and he's like, "Okay, right. Sorry, boundaries. This is a professional work environment. I'm not being very professional now, am I? I apologize." And he kind of like bows a bit.
Kestrel just still looks a bit bewildered. He looks bewildered, not upset, just bewildered. And there's another blink, and he just. You're fine.
There's like a very soft little smile from Eli. He's still very embarrassed, but also just like relieved that he's not mad.
Sweetie
not
pies.
mad.
They're so cute.
He's just scrungled.
Scrungle.
And then he kind of goes back to like bending his arms again because, oh my god, it feels so good to be able to have elbows and knees.
And probably he feels
Eh.
a little bit more energetic because he doesn't have the Key
with
winding
the
down.
key. Yeah, he feels way better.
Also, I imagine once Jackie finally stops hugging Quinn, she does turn around and like lightly puts a gold star sticker on Eli's cheek because he has
Aw.
earned that for everything he's done.
Eli blushes, and you notice that rather than like the typical gray his blush has, this time it's a little bit red.
Aww.
She gets like a star in her eye at that, and she's just like, "You're so cute," and pats him on the head.
He's like, oh, I've never been called cute before, except by oh, it doesn't matter. And he kind of just laughs it off. He's just like, ah.
I want to
He's
say that
happy.
Harlequinette reaches over and also pats Eli's head.
Everyone is just patting him.
He deserves it. He's been so awesome.
He's being
He
scruggly.
Just two
Kestrel
clowns
does not
sitting
join
in
the
their bed.
Kestrel does not join the pat circle, as he does give himself a little another look over and just like, okay.
I no longer have a butt tag.
yeah, there's that. he, he takes a moment for that one, and dang it, my word just left me. Go on to some. Don't leave me in silence. Just go on. Just go.
So Jackie and Eli have had their little moments. Quinn, you do something.
Let's not put Pengu on the spot. Quick, put MJ on the spot instead.
We're all on the
I just
spot.
want you to imagine that like Harlequinette is kind of like fiddling with their little skirt now.
The jingle of the little bells on the ends of it. They're like
And sort of like
4
looking
times
at how
more
the pattern
jingly.
on their arms has changed slightly.
It looks great on them.
It looks fantastic.
I think Jackie does perk
My
up and
words
she's like,
return to me.
"Hey, Bo!" Yeah. Jackie does perk up. Okay.
Don't
Oh,
finish
the Pengu
first.
remembered.
Go on, go on. I've got it now, and I won't lose it again.
Okay, Jackie does perk up and's like, "Hey, we've both got waist bells." And then she turns around so you can see the bow bell that she has around her waist.
And the Harlequinette smiles and sort of does a little clap. Oh, wonderful. We match.
We match. Okay, now your turn.
Okay, Kestrel is like giving himself this another look over, and visibly takes a second to be like, oh geez, what was I doing? I did not mean to get angry.
He's finally
did not-
realizing he had attempted manslaughter.
Yeah, post plushy clarity. He's like, he did not mean to get that angry. He just, wow.
His tiny body just
And-
couldn't store it all.
Exactly. And I'm gonna, what? Them because you know you should do it, but are you gonna do it? D20. What plus 1? 12. Is that enough for him to apologize?
It's a good roll.
Yeah, I say like maybe not an amazing apology, but at least like a mumbled sorry or something.
I think like Jackie's still there. If Jackie manages to like, if they manage to catch the glance of each other, Kestrel will just say, I was not intending to kill you. And then he walks away. That's his apology.
Looks over and it's like, was that a legal disclaimer or?
I think Jackie gets the meaning and gets a slightly soft look, and she's like loudly enough so that Kestrel can hear. Is like, okay, Quinn, don't remember. He needs paid overtime. You promised.
Aw. Wait, don't remember?
No, Quinn, remember.
You did have like a
Okay.
don't remember in there that I also heard. I don't know what do remember, but it somehow sounded like don't, which was funny, but we know what you mean.
Hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It-
guessing it started
It's
as
her
don't
way of
forget.
saying I forgive you.
Aw.
What was that last part?
It's her way of saying I forgive you.
Aw. Kestrel has left the room.
He's left.
Mhm.
I
He has
think I know
clocked
where we
out.
got the. I think I know where you got the don't from. I'm pretty sure I said something along the lines of "don't forget."
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think don't forget and remember got mixed up.
It happens.
I imagine. I imagine with Kestrel leaving, Eli also ends up hurrying off a little, not quite after him, but remembering, oh, I should probably continue my work. Oops.
Oh yeah, I have
Aw.
a job.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta go figure out the price of fixing this dang thing.
What seems to be fixed now.
Or at least built in a less shoddy manner.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's still during service hours, right?
Yeah. It's like getting a bit late, but the place is still open for a little while longer.
Yeah, Jackie's just like all smiles at Quinn and then remembers and is like, she remembers she came here when the kids were doing nap time because Quinn needed emotional support. And it's been a long while since nap time.
Those kids are
And she
awake.
just
Oh
like
no.
she just goes ah and like scampers on all fours out the door, like little thing where you try to run, you fall, you onto like all fours, you like skid a couple times as you run out the door.
Harlequinette just watching everyone leave, leaving them alone in a room with the machine. And, like they walk over and kind of like wave Jackie away, and then close the door inside.
You do
Uh,
have that one shadow you need to confront.
hmm Yeah, once the door is closed, I think you hear more of that snickering and So, did you have fun on your little adventure?
Wire, I'm not in the mood.
Aw, but I am.
You didn't have a wild magic surge that made your brain feel like it was melted by at least 2 margins.
You're right. I didn't. I just got to watch.
You know this is pushing it, right? You're supposed to keep a low profile, and between this and the Indo incident, you're. Are you trying to draw attention to yourself or what?
Oh, come on. Who's gonna draw a connection between that and this? That was just an endo malfunction. This was some shoddy work by the installation people. Thing. Besides, you want to keep me locked up in the basement doing nothing all day? It's so boring. You don't even want me drawing on the walls. And now you won't let me leave the basement? God.
You could leave the basement to take looks around, but this is pushing it. We could have been in danger as toys. And look, you've nearly broke my own cover, and like they gestured to their like new outfit. Imagine if I had reverted back to my old form completely.
Ugh. Somehow I doubt it. But anyway, it worked out fine, didn't it?
I guess so. But still, please, Hairwire, just try not to do this again. 2
Fine.
times is a coincidence of things malfunctioning, but a third time people might start looking into it.
Fine, I'll try not to stage any more malfunctions for a while.
What a confidence-inducing statement.
What? I gotta do something to pass the time.
How about you just play card games or something?
Oh, you're no fun. You sound like Bear Trap. Oh.
Bear Trap is often correct. I don't know if you noticed, but I think he has a little bit of a better grip on the situation than you do.
He's a little bit more boring, that's for sure.
You know, I'm just worried a lot lately, and you are not helping. Like, hey, why you're aware that there was a crazy rabbit lady or something around causing trouble? We really do not need you adding to it.
Hey, you want to roll insight? And then using Hairwire sheet roll deception?
I have to do a double roll because I'm holding all the cards.
Yeah.
It's an insight. A 6. Okay. 8. Oh boy. Yeah. Deception. Excuse me, I have to go to
Daily
Hairwire sheet.
yeah.
Hairwire, where the fuck are you? There you are, you bastard. Okay.
Cursing out the rabbit.
I have a feeling that Hairwire is probably going to be the winner with that +9 to deception.
Yeah,
15,
I don't
yep.
think he could lose. Yeah, he just gives a little smile and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I've heard about it."
That doesn't exactly make me feel better that you're still doing this nonsense then. But whatever, listen, I'll try to figure out something fun for you and the others to do eventually, but we just need to keep a low profile. At least wait until you're merged more with your body before putting yourself at risk again.
Ugh. If all you're going to do is lecture me, I'm leaving. Gosh, I thought you could still have some fun. Yeesh.
Harlequinette, like their pupils appear just solely so they can roll their eyes at Hairwire's teenage angst sort of stuff.
Admit it, you had fun. I saw you playing around in the claw machine.
It was a little fun, I'll admit, but you know, as long as you keep to non-life-threatening scenarios and shenanigans, I suppose I can turn a blind eye, but please be careful. I saw your shadow, but we can't know for sure if I'm the only one who saw it or not.
All right, all right. I'll try and keep a low profile. Ugh.
Anyway, I believe you have a basement to be returning to, and I technically still have a job.
Fine, fine. Get back to stocking shelves or whatever it is you do. Ugh.
And you know what? I actually think Harlequinette pauses for a second and then looks between like Hairwire and the machine and is like, though, I'll say this, I wouldn't mind if that machine just happened to disappear. Or at least appeared somewhere in a room that isn't mine.
Aw. But wouldn't that be too noticeable? I wouldn't be keeping a low profile, would it?
Malicious compliance.
Harlequinette just scrunches up their face and says, "No, I suppose it wouldn't, but
Ah,
all right, I
no
see I'm being
buts.
hypocritical."
You said keep a low profile, so it's your problem to deal with.
Harlequinette just sighs and says, "I'll just frame it on the staff bots being stupid."
Ugh.
And I think they just kind of like wave the hair wire off.
And Hairwire slinks away. Ostensibly back to the basement, you hope. Probably.
All Harlequinette is do is hope when it comes to hair wire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's everything for today.
Yay!
I think so.
Thank you all for
That was
playing.
such a fun game.
Yippee!
Well,
Got to do some shenanigans.
Yeah.
there are so
I-
many bits and gags.
I have to
Yee.
go, but I had a lot of fun.
Yay!
I'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.